Nerds, Jay here, part 3 of Borderlands. You know the squad. Pull the lever, Mike.
Pull the lever,
Wait,
Kronk.
okay, so new game,
I
right?
don't remember the...
No, continue, you idiot.
Come on, the joke was there. I set you up for the joke.
I can't remember the quote. I failed
What's
that.
the joke,
Pull the
Jay?
lever, Kronk!
Lever!
There we go.
I did use the quote in the Henry Stigman video, so...
It was good. I enjoyed that.
But I set you the...
I will
the joke
forever
up,
go on about the fact
Move
that
out.
that was Eartha Kitt voicing Yzma.
So good.
Eartha Kitt.
And also me still not knowing references to anything. Or just being stupidly careful.
Have we got an opportunity for you?
Also me being the last person to load because everyone else has PS5s. Can you tell I actually have energy this
I
week?
don't.
I had coffee before this. Let's see how
Lovely.
much of a problem that's gonna be.
Lovely. I'm pouring myself a bevy.
Bienvenidos,
Run
amigo.
again.
Yes.
Of course it is.
I'm predictable at this point.
Hey, just double checking,
Oh.
I have some items here in my inventory.
Right.
I'm kind of wondering, are you guys able to use these?
I'm not. The other two can. You did drop them for me. I couldn't use them because I don't have the DLC.
Is this the DLC stuff
Oh,
again?
weapon. I mean, I can use this.
I won't lie. I
That's
probably.
because I haven't had it before.
Yeah, I can't use
Size
it.
the damage.
I won't lie. I probably won't get the DLC. I have no.
Oh,
reason.
okay.
This will be
I'll
a
admit, I don't really like. I don't really like the. Don't really like it. I'll be honest.
Well, main thing is I've unlocked that skin already, so basically I wouldn't be allowed to use it.
So I have a good question. Because we couldn't really continue because we were kind of a bit of a low level. Are we doing
Side quests.
Are we doing normal stuff or side stuff?
Well, there's no really level limit, is there? In these.
Well, we got to a point where
There's a-
we were
there's a-
struggling into packs.
Okay,
I think it's more.
It wants us to be level 16.
They're more like guidelines.
Right. You see, we have options.
Can you colour inside the box? The colouring page. Oh no, I've just killed my finger.
Let's do the mission called the Undertaker.
Ow. Oh, cool.
The
I got a cheat.
Underminer.
I got a.
No!
I got a an accomplishment.
Someone got a
Blood
legendary
myself
item from
up.
those slots, I think.
Oh,
So, interesting fact
Yeah.
about the Underminer.
Yeah, just a weapon trinket.
There was a sequel, but it was a video game. I think for the DS? I don't remember what it was for. Could have been for something else, but it was a very weird video game.
funky.
Why is everyone?
Weapon trinket.
So is Volcano unable to talk at the moment?
Yes. We don't hear you, Volcano, if you can hear us.
Man's fighting his demons right now.
Oh. Isn't he, everyone? Well, 2 weeks ago I was definitely fighting my demons.
I'm just hoping you're
I,
okay now.
Yeah. This is the issue of having... Well, I wouldn't call it chronic pain because it's not... I wouldn't say it's that serious, but it's I have to watch it, otherwise it could get to that point. So, yeah. I woke up the next day from the wedding anniversary in which I just sat for the entire time and watched people dance. And I was in pain for the entire morning, but I was better like by that evening. It was like, that's not normal and that shouldn't be happening. I'm 23.
Did I say COV Twitch runner?
That might have been. Oh wait. Oh, is that the integration? Has the integration been triggered?
Do it work?
As a good
So you
question.
actually triggered something?
Oh, that wasn't me.
Need a special gun to harvest those succulents.
I haven't
I
seen
call
any
it
of them,
the
and I'm
big
watching the
suck.
stream.
Well, 'cause they harvest succulents. Whatever, I'm a chef, not a namer of things.
I don't know.
I used to be culinary royalty. Then
All
one of my
right.
rivals spread a rumor that my stag dogs were full of dead skin and
I
toenails.
think I've got that problem
Yeah,
as
well,
last time
God
because I'm
damn
not
it.
hosting
you never
again.
reveal the chef's secret recipe
How is
under
it
the
gonna be a
penalty
weird
of
double
death.
thing? Didn't we
Anyway,
say
my
you were meant to be
culinary
the one that's
empire.
hosting?
Yeah.
You joined me, Jay. I basically was like, I had the
There is a
game
quick
open and
fix to this. You
everyone-
could just relog very quickly.
Like everyone just decided
should we
to
do that
join
quickly
me
then?
for some reason. Oh, yeah. So, take your shit time, baby. Let's go.
Okay, we're switching. Cool.
BigRatMonarch has claimed first.
Always.
It's my one privilege. When I remember to do it.
What am I doing? Nope.
I sent the invites to everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you. I should be joining.
I have been in mementos for over an hour. Where the fuck is the Reaper? I would like to
Just
try
start
and
turning
beat
into a
his ass.
documentary.
Well, maybe just log on to Overwatch.
And
then
over
you
here.
into a Reaper.
You can see we have the very rare. Fuck, I can't think of something.
Yes, my favorite documentaries.
David
They talk
Attenborough
themselves into a
on
corner.
LSD.
I wonder, is it just because it takes longer for me? I don't know.
Did you know,
Would you like to
speaking
join
of
the-
David Attenborough, there are, there's like BBC Antarctic, like, Minecraft things that you can
Oh,
claim. I think they're like, they're either maps, I think they're maps where you can just
Okay.
kind of go through like a BBC documentary in Minecraft.
okay. U3 Star is making me
Oh no, Jed.
reload again.
And I cannot join Jet.
Oh, fab.
I sent invites for when you're ready to join again.
Thank you.
I hope the viewers like the picture of DJ Mo's house here with the dice head.
But no forget, Angel may laugh, man.
Welcome to. This is going to take it forever for me to load. You know, you can
Never
My volcano's up.
story.
just start without me, and I'm going to assume I can just join. Right? I hope.
I'll send one more
Should
invite.
do.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you don't necessarily have to join whilst in the menu. You can join
Okay, that's what I was.
someone who is
asking.
mid-game.
Because it might take me a second.
Let's get some blood on our knuckles.
Try and stay out of trouble.
Alright.
I think
what a
it's
mighty
just because
vault
I'm on
hunter.
PlayStation 4,
Also, you're
so
here.
it's just slightly bigger than my own.
right.
Do you know, when I played Borderlands 3 on my
We're loaded into the
PlayStation,
game.
I did find it crashing every so often. But that's just because I think my PlayStation is full of dust. And it probably needs to be honestly vacuumed at this point.
I haven't had that issue, I've just had the issue of almost
Hey,
not connecting. It's like I'm on the internet, but I can't like connect to my allies, so I don't know why I decided to call you allies.
Oh yeah, we're not friends.
What?
Comrades,
Oh,
Sayos,
that's
Come
What's
on!
yours is mine.
Come on!
What's yours is mine, brother.
Oh god.
I mean, I bet you know what the problem is. I've been listening to the Comet of 18, what is it called? Comet of... I can't even say that. The musical. The Comet...
Oh! Yes!
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Comet of 18, I was like listening to that yesterday evening.
I love that. What's that one song? Oh, what is the song? It's about the two women going off to live with the older woman. It's from that musical. Oh my god.
In my house, it's one of the later ones where she has a go. It's called Moscow. It's just called Moscow.
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 Yes.
Da, 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 da.
There's that thieving
And
I
then
love
Hamlet,
that song.
then
Get him!
The Russian games, all at once. Powerless.
That's my favourite song from that musical.
Didn't crash.
Like, everyone has 9 names. Good luck.
I know, it's so long.
So who wants a legendary grenade?
What's Jason's
Feeding the birds.
stuck in a menu? It's mine.
Oh,
I told Jim.
What? You want to die in the dirt?
I mean, I'm a crow. I like
Bring it,
shiny.
scrub.
Nice kill!
I beg your pardon, sir, but what is your head in a television?
I mean, I can't play.
My trademark red bars, that's for damn sure. Pandora's a safer place now, thanks to you, Wild Hunter.
I mean, did my man do be dead now?
To be in television. Literally.
Weird shotgun. Hey, how about we make a shotgun that fires explosion stick?
I'm like this could fine.
No, I don't think I will.
I was having some problems with the PlayStation Network earlier
Oh,
today. That
what?
might have something to do because I was downloading a game and at one point it just said it can't download because the connection to the PlayStation Network was interrupted.
Get rid of.
Yeah, I've been having
But I didn't get kicked
Oh
from the
my God.
party I was in.
a little bit.
Do you want me to try again, or?
No, it's fine. I'm loading, but I don't know whether I'm loading a game or whether I'm joining now. It's quite good. Because it's saying the route, so maybe it has there, but I can tell the PlayStation that's it's just because I'm on PlayStation 4, so it takes me bloody forever.
So technically you are loading in now, it's just taking forever.
Oh yay, connection active, you're now planking, finally. And yet you're not giving me the option to join my allies.
Do me and need an invite?
No,
Oh, fuck.
the connection keeps just...
Flip-flopping.
Yes.
Apparently you left before you even joined.
Yeah, the connection is just flip-flopping. This is on my
What now?
Like, you don't do whatever you're gonna do, stop playing. I will. Join eventually.
I'm drifting.
No.
Where is the Reaper? Face me, coward.
I'm sure it would have been better if we tried to make it connect before anything else.
Hindsight is
As
always
that.
2020.
But you know, wouldn't it be 2030?
No, no.
I mean, we already had 2020.
Hindsight.
I'm trying to make.
I'm so tired.
You
I'm
and your
trying,
technicality.
Monty, it's not worth it.
You and your technicality jokes.
Come on.
My vending machine is broken? Ah, how am I supposed to profit off this war-torn...
Oh, wow,
Run over the
really?
shadow, Jesus
Sell
Christ.
premium weapons
side
to
quest,
heroic
Jesus.
vault hunters such as yourself. Let's fix my vending machine. And by that I mean, you fix it.
Oh. Okay, I'm already noticing a slight problem.
What now?
What happened? What happened?
My vehicle is swaying, but I am not swaying.
Ha.
So I can't drive properly. I've literally run into the wall twice.
Yeah, that's what it was like the other day.
And I'm stuck.
A group of shit
I'm
people. No.
Austin.
Group of people
Austin
with shit internet. Whoa.
Not like yours is any better, Kira.
I mean, mine works fine for me, unless there's a storm going on outside, and then, you know.
Same for
My-
me, usually. But in the summer it gets weird because I'm pretty sure
Damn
that's when they do
psychos,
maintenance.
always scavenging to make their buzz axes and meat bicycles. You'll need to replace
I mean,
that
there was
circuit
a
with
storm
something.
yesterday that caused,
You
not yesterday,
know,
the day before, that
some
caused several power
skags are
outages.
chock full of electricity. Get me one
Like
of
we
their
had a
spines.
main server
Really
for
get
the
used to
terminal
doing
that
things like
uses
this if you want to
like
survive
for you to
on
tap
Pandora.
your card on at work.
Oh, and if you're
cut
feeling
out.
extra gruesome, you can also
Ooh,
try
fun.
getting
So
a
if you have
human
your
spine
your card on your
from one of
phone or
those
anything,
filthy bandits.
couldn't use it.
That could work.
And most people don't carry actual debit cards or money on them anymore. They just take their phone and go, I'll pay with that. So for several hours there were lots of people queuing for the ATMs, which also weren't working.
I prefer cats.
Who saw that?
But
Here's one
it
of
was
those
only in
shark
my
skags
store,
now.
in our chain store. With this, where this was happening. Every other store,
Go on,
fine.
pick it
Us,
up.
fucked.
Hope you don't mind handling visitor. Ah,
Our
very
local
good.
coffee
Bring
shop,
it back
which
to the
is
machine.
kind of like
And be
across the
quick
road from
about
my
it.
house. It's just run by elderly people.
Should we
Like,
collect the
elderly
human
people
spine?
I mean-
too. So like every other time the material isn't working by incompetence and age.
I mean, most of the people I work with are either pushing 60 or over 60, so.
That's sad. You should all be retired.
65
you
retirement
found the
age,
human
baby!
spine. You'll fit right in on Pandora.
No hope.
Give it a try.
One of my coworkers, I think it was her 60th this year, or two of them turned 60 this year, so.
Okay, now install the spine.
And I used to have a manager who looked like he was about 45, pushing 50, and I found out he was only 30.
Not actually gonna work. I just wanted some payback because those bastards broke my machine. Still,
sad.
I appreciate your
Time was just not
capitalism.
kind to him.
You've already got a shark skag spine. Try that. It will
And then,
work
you know,
much
another one of my
better
coworkers,
than
they're like, oh yeah, it's her 60th next week, and we all went, what?
Well done, Volcano.
You're telling me that
Now
woman's
you have
60 years of
access to
age? She
my
looks
vast
35
array of
at
murderous
most.
wares in a new
My
convenient
mother was like that.
location. And as an added thank you for dishing
Oh,
out
there's
some
always someone
vengeance
that
on
is.
those filthy bandits, let me open up my
People still
secret
think I'm a
stash
teenager.
for you. Who says
Goes in the hospital
payback
and she's
doesn't
like,
pay,
I
huh?
swear this person
Good
is a child.
hunting.
And she's like, I'm 21.
He's like a Mr. Krabs with a Russian accent. And a weapons dealer.
I mean, the man cares about money. And this.
I mean,
Money,
people
money, money.
in there much older than me won't ID me when I'm buying like alcohol and stuff like that. However, people my age, they're like, that's a child. Like, you ain't 18. You lying to me
There's only
right
one
now.
thing worse.
By the way,
No,
Mike, look behind the
Sometimes I'm
vending
older than you.
machine.
I know.
Older
I'm just
than the actual
getting
people
rid
who
of a lot of
serve
stuff.
Older than the
That's a
cashier.
nice rifle.
I go up to buy alcohol at the store I work in, and some 16-year-old cashier working there at the summer has to go get somebody else so they can ID me.
Were you talking to the teenager or his
And I'm like, I work here. I know what the procedure is, but this is a little insulting.
No, thank you for
So
the-
you're telling me you cannot identify me from this picture I have of you and me in the same establishment? No,
Don't make me
I've
pray.
never seen you in my life.
Inventory comes and goes, but you can't beat
No, I've never seen you in my life. I swear, not fine.
Like sometimes I get ID'd by somebody who I see on a daily basis. Like, Jennifer, I gave you your lunch today.
Like always. Oh, it's Jennifer.
Is it
Hell yeah!
Kira, is it
Next.
Jennifer Coolin?
Hi, it's me, Jennifer Coolidge.
It was me. It was always me.
It was me all along.
Ah, there we go.
God, you
Oh
look
my
like the
God.
4th of July. Makes you want a hot dog real bad.
You need to say
Oh my
it
God,
was all
the
me
fire
burying
on the
that
shotgun.
accident.
What?
Oh my god, the fire rate on the shotgun is actually criminal.
Wait until you see what my pistol can do on my level 72 file.
I'm gonna be so overpowered for this fight against Shido. Leveling myself all too much.
Welcome to Pandora.
I also don't run out of ammo.
Finally, I'm here.
Apparently
Does
this thing
it
just
fire
regenerates
from
ammo.
your reserves?
No, it just creates
Oh.
ammo. Literally, I fire a shot, it literally regens 2 shots.
Oh, we've got a full team in now. Way!
Right, these missions are gonna give us shit experience, so I think we need to go to a different location for side missions.
It's almost like we may need to do these earlier.
This is the part
then
where you do
maybe-
the shutting up.
There you are, correct. Yeah, I'll
So I
I'll
think
drop
if
the
we
grenade.
look for side missions in Promethea, maybe we'll get some more buck.
There you go. There you go, Crow.
Thank you. It's not better than what I've got, so somebody else can take it. I like shinies.
I mean, I'll tell you this. This is a good grenade though. It just needs a level scale.
Don't ask me why, but I'm just imagining Crowie's face on top of that giant crab in Moana when she said that.
Shinies! I don't like that film.
Shiny!
You don't like Moana?
No, I don't. It's like
I've never seen it.
Not nearly as good as Frozen.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I love Frozen. The first one, banger. I refuse to see the second one.
I may actually just take off my shield on
I
purpose.
refuse
now.
to see Frozen 2 just for my own mental health.
And I need to mention,
I'm taking off my second ability.
I need to
No
legally
one gets a
oblige you
support
on
shield.
something. Mike absolutely despises that film with every fiber of his being as much as,
I'm not having my shield anymore.
You hate Frozen?
Yes.
I mean, that's allowed.
I'm so disappointed.
I have reasons.
What
I
are
have
That's
reasons.
allowed. I understand why you wouldn't like it.
I have reasons.
Volcano, you wanna lift? I'll take that as a no.
Lift to where? What are we doing?
Wherever
There was a
machine is.
DC superhero called Promethea.
Yeah, I think it's like a new god like Darkseid Trigon.
Oh. I think of the green, like, look,
They should make me the new spokesperson for AA Dragon.
Has anyone ever been to Legoland? No, this is little dragons.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes! It was the first time I was in London. We won a trip.
We weren't actually
You want a trip to London?
We won tickets to, well, not ticket, like we won a trip to Legoland, right?
Oh,
technically. So we didn't have to pay for the tickets in, right? But you know, so to pay for the holiday of going to London. But it was just me and me mum, and we were staying in a Premier Inn in London.
I nearly hit Dante.
And I will never forget riding the tube for the first time and thinking, this is hell.
It is.
This is hell.
It is literally hell.
It was riding the tube in the summertime. It was hell. And I also remember, I was a small child at the time, and I remember
Find
thinking,
the
haha, they're
big
called
sun.
Oyster cards, that's funny.
We need to find
I
something
did.
cool.
I don't know why I thought that was funny, but it just was.
I assume it's because oysters are kind of like a premium, like, ingredient.
I don't know. I think I was 9 or 10 at the time.
So, Jake,
No.
what are we going to go and find?
Look, it says there on the options
might have been
menu,
11.
Find the big suck.
And that's a flip moment right there.
And I left further.
I was a small child. I think I was 10 or 11 at the time. Yeah, I still had longish hair
I nearly hit Mr.
at
Chew.
the time.
Smart enough to they've tried, like my family have tried to take me on and be like, let's go and see a musical. I'm autistic. Are you sure you want to do that? And not have my head
Sure about
blow out of my ears?
A bit of advice actually, earbuds help a lot.
I just don't have any good ones. I've been wearing my headphones the entire time.
Guess they couldn't hack it.
I know
So
a
when
good.
Phantom of the Opera comes on, it doesn't blast my head up.
I've always wanted to go see Lion King.
I would love Phantom of the Opera. It's my father's favourite musical of all time.
Hey, that's the big suck!
Unfortunately, he passed away
Grab it
before
and
we
get
could
sucking.
see it.
Did I just hit that guy?
Hey, I'll just get pigs.
My father hates musicals, and it's really annoying because I'm like, is it could do together? And he's like, I'd rather kill myself. I'm like,
Jesus.
great.
Well, we have a musical loving friend right here.
Yes. I did
Okay,
see a Narnia musical last year, which was one of the best things I've ever done.
Delicious, my customers won't care what they're
How
eating.
did that go?
However, when we went to go see it, we thought it was just a stage version of Narnia, and then when we got there, we were like, oh, this is a musical. We were looking at the stage and going, oh, this is a musical.
You think it was actually watching Disney's Narnia or something?
No. I just thought it was a stage, like a play, like Narnia as a play, live on stage.
Yeah.
But it ended up being a musical version of Narnia, and not me and my friend, we did not realize, because it was just... It wasn't advertised as a musical, it wasn't sold to us as a musical.
That's a bit of a marketing deceit.
Yeah. It sounds like the
Yes,
sort of thing you
however,
get sued
when
for.
we got there and looked at the stage, and you know when you're looking at a stage, and you just go, that's a musical set? There's boxes primed for a musical number to be lifted up
It's
and
funny to think
moved
we've got a
around.
whole roster of vehicles here. Like, we've got all 3 vehicles.
There you go. Yeah.
Aim at the turret. There you go.
I have no idea if you're
Keep going. You're safe and secure, knowing that my secure driving will get you to your destination in moderately few pieces.
I hope you've got health insurance
Shut up.
and possibly car insurance at the same time.
Yeah, we're British. Of course we don't.
You're acting like my flipping employment as mods gives you severance packages.
I took a sip of my drink as you said that.
When it was like Kira in here is to sell us insurance.
Yes, considering I keep getting ads for car insurance when the ads play.
What's the
Its
name?
secondary
I'm
function
here to
is
tell you
what
about
we
your
call in the
car's
biz
extended
splash
warranty.
damage.
Hi, I'm here to inquire about your car's extended warranty.
Anyway, that means it'll knock those succulents right off. Try it.
Getting key information about Persona.
Sounds like the spell, alright.
I guess I could
Persona's been on the mind of our group recently, so...
Yes,
Seems
well,
wrong.
you've stopped playing
Might as well
it.
try it. Grab the skag meat.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
Which is understandable. 3 requires a lot of grinding out of the 3 kind of big ones, 3, 4, and 5. Need to grind a lot for 3.
The issue with 3 is it's not telegraphed and not all the characters get the same amount of
Flip
levels
side.
at the same time. So I think with those Jay, you are actually circling the box. I remember.
Was it the 12th moon?
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it the two villains, the two people that are...
You were quite close to the end of...
Ah, yes. Yes.
Getting close to the end of the game.
Yeah, someone died.
Isn't it by the end of the first half though? Like there's a second half, there's a second something
Where?
that I haven't looked more into it.
Well,
I don't know what it
it's
is.
not
It's
as long as you think it is, but there is more
Yeah, okay.
than you would think there
It's
is.
in halves. It's called The Journey and then The Answer. We're currently on the journey.
Yes. However,
We don't know
when I
anything about it.
finished that game, I had maxed Mitsuru, I was dating Mitsuru, and Aigis was the one to be there for me after the game ended, and I was so confused.
Oh, that is bizarre.
I was like, why is my wife not here? Why are you here, Aigis? I didn't even max Aigis as confidant. I barely maxed anyone's confidant, actually.
Except for, of course. Except
I
for
just kind of tunnel visioned in on Mitsuru.
Maybe it just picked it or something.
Yeah, yeah. It's like,
I mean,
it seems what I said earlier
you've got
really
a fight.
justifies your reasoning,
There's
doesn't
always
it?
an alpha. Suck it
What
up
do you
for
mean?
That you have a type.
you've got a type, simple as.
Yeah, of course I've got a
That's
type! There's two different types, however. There's men I obsess over in a weird way, and then women I love. One of them is attraction, the other one is just hyperfixation.
I've learned my pattern is reading anything.
Well, being a chef ain't for everybody.
So you see here,
Now, go grab that skag meat.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel how this is really complicated.
Are you perhaps
Just
an
what's everyone's
Akihiko? Are you an Akihiko enjoyer?
The first one I noticed like him. Oh wait, hold on. Damn it.
It's him.
I'm bisexual. This is worse.
The bisexual experience. Him. Shit. Women.
Yeah,
Both.
Junpei is absolutely the
is
worst
good.
character.
He gets better!
Jesus Christ.
I'm not the only one who has that
I'm
standard,
honestly
though.
scared to see what happens if and when you play Persona 4 and you meet Yosuke, who is just me.
It's
You'll be lucky my head off that.
If Pidge from Voltron and Yosuke from Persona 4 had a child, it's me.
They will munch anything, including you.
Like I was
worried
share
about that
share
one
playing
day
Persona
when
4
people
with
start
Meg,
getting fanfic.
and she just saw Yosuke and went, "Oh my God, Kira,
yeah, that's gonna happen.
that's
anyway.
you!"
Oh boy.
Apparently we need to kill mincemeat and truffle muncher. I'm not even going to say the last
A
one.
new clan has arrived in the drought.
Truffle
You know, this-
Muncher?
They have conquered every clan from the
that what it is? I
fathoms
can't
to
read it.
Devil's Razor Ridge. Their
Got
leader's
bad
a
eyes.
witch.
I mean, here's the
Scorcheye
thing.
claims she can
All
devour
this
a
makes me
man
think
with
of is
her
like, are these
mind.
like discount TMNT? Just rejected.
Get out of my mind.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Teenage Mutant Turtle.
Stop leaving without me.
Well, here's the thing. I figured Jim would stick with you. That's the thing.
Get your buddy system
gonna
together,
do
people. Jesus fucking Christ.
They never tell me when they're leaving. They just
You
go.
already
Again,
I was the last to leave.
Again, I constantly thinking you would go.
Oh,
Okay, you have to admit that looks pretty cinematic.
Grab their
Mike,
meat.
you
But the
crashed. You're a
skag dogs
terrible driver.
still seem
See? There you
But here's the
go.
thing. Here's the thing as well. What doesn't help is, like, occasionally it will just swerve constantly.
You playing on a
Like, I
controller?
will not. Yeah,
Does your
it's
controller
not
have
drift.
drift?
It is not drift.
Are you sure?
To be
I
fair,
can guarantee this is not true, because it last time it went fine.
the driving controls of the game are worse than they were for 2.
Also, it does not help I keep getting the occasional
Definitely, yeah.
stutter while driving.
I
so,
mean, to
you
be
know,
fair,
also
the
helps.
cars in this game are a little bit more leaning towards the Batmobile in Arkham Knight.
God, I'm actually ready. I'm actually kind of ready off.
Oh, I'm coming, Volcano.
Because I feel like I'm being a bit
I'm
too
coming.
confused.
And
The Arkham series has my whole heart and soul. I love those games so much.
I'm so
Well,
glad I
consider-
got out of the car now.
yeah, Man-Bat fucking made me. Man-Bat's
Oh, I
terrible.
shot myself at that bit. However, whilst playing Arkham Knight,
multi-kill,
the thing that is scarier than Man-Bat is the fucking pig.
Professor Pig.
The pig! Professor Pig is unnerving.
Can I just say, that is the first time I've ever been scared in the game.
What, Professor Pig?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Of Man-Bat or of Professor Pig?
That
He is,
here's the thing.
like,
The thing with that though.
and that's another reason why I really like the game, because it takes a lot for me to feel uncomfortable when watching something or playing something. I might be like, oh, that's cringe, I'll just skip over it. But like, I struggle to look at him ever
Again,
while
like,
playing the
as I
game.
was gonna say, there's two big distinctions between the two. Man-Bat is literally a cheap jump scare. That's it.
It's a jump scare.
It is a cheap jump scare that you've seen 1,000 times.
They're fun for all.
Pig is
Right,
psychological.
I think we've done
That's
enough
where
on
things
Pandora.
get
That's actually making
real,
carry on
real
the main story.
He is terrifying.
Yeah,
I know, and that's what I mean.
Appropriately
It
so
messes
for
with
what
you
he
so
does as
much.
well.
Yeah, they
It
fucking mutilate
messes your
people.
head because he's.
So it went from like 0 to 100, and
Oh, definitely.
very quickly. And also, it's one of the first missions you kind of get because you have to go around Gotham looking for dead bodies, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you
but
have to
Dead bodies
scan
and
what
listening
you've
to
done.
opera music.
That's the point. You don't expect,
But not
there to
not
be a
exactly what
body.
he's done, or
Yeah.
what they have of
That
him.
the cutscene, you didn't expect that, you know. All the other games was, oh, you flipped everything, now, you know, now the
Now,
side
punch them in, please.
But like, I wasn't expecting that at all. It's like incredibly.
Oh yeah,
amazing.
no. Again,
In my
I'm
opinion-
not saying like the pig bit's not like twisted and just unnerving as hell. It is, and like
But here's the thing.
like it stays with you no matter what.
Yes.
Well, something
But
I
again,
have,
Man-Bat is a cheap jump scare. It is literally.
something I have to admit about Professor Pig though. He looks creepier without the mask. Like,
Yeah.
if you look
Oh,
at
the
it without the
botched-
mask,
the botched.
oh,
The botched contestant.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this weapon. Why?
He looks like Ollie London.
God damn it, this
Another
weapon.
question:
I need to grab that weapon.
what did everyone think of the Riddler in that game? Bloody hell, bastard!
In
I didn't,
In,
I couldn't finish the
Night?
trophy, so I didn't know what happened to him.
No, I couldn't finish it either. But,
Yeah, I couldn't finish it. I've never collected all the Riddler trophies in a Batman game ever. It's
I pity anyone
just
who tries
my
to
brain
platinum
does not
those
have
games.
high enough like horsepower for that.
Like, I'm thinking about the driving. What did everyone think of that? 'Cause it's
Drop
really,
pods
like,
ready
honestly,
when you
it
are,
takes
Ryes.
time,
I will.
but
What
I-
I'll already say.
I feel like
not played.
Eddie. I feel like
I've
Eddie
not
needs to
played
pick up a
them
hobby.
yet.
Time for the
No,
drop
the
pod.
problem is he has picked up a hobby and he's just far too into it at this point.
Time to pick a new one then. Maybe knitting.
Right.
have you played Night, or am I getting that you wanted
No.
to stay silent about it? Oh, I'm so sorry. We have
I mean,
spoiled.
no.
I don't think
if
he
you're gonna
minds.
spoil it, don't worry about it. I have seen it.
Oh, okay. It's been out for a while. You couldn't have missed it.
23.
I mean, this would
Oh
be like
God,
me
this is
spoiling
weird.
Brother Bear for Meg. The movie's been out 20 years.
Oh, this is a weird assault rifle. It has a 3-round burst and a 4-round burst.
Someone's got
That is really weird, even for Borderlands.
Surely you would use 4.
It depends on your accuracy, doesn't
Hold
it?
on, let me just It doesn't even say. It just.
Can you
Like,
go?
hold on,
Well,
I
what
need
if
to-
you go
I need
to
to
the
show you the weapon.
There's a shooting
And,
range, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
I test out both of them, feel the
Hold on.
difference. That's usually what I
there
go
it's
for
got-
when a gun has something really stupid
Yeah,
on
right.
it.
By the way, Jay, quick maths.
I will say my
2
favorite
plus
part
2 is 4
is-
minus.
What is
Yeah, I think it's more for the fact it's actually
Literally
using
says
the scope.
maths on it.
you know, yeah, the scope thing, isn't it? Not on the toilet.
Yeah.
Probably. I would like that back.
Hang on, yeah, that's what I was doing. That's what I was.
Third gun.
Yes, I know. I'm giving it back now.
Oh, it's an accuracy for long range type thing, basically.
Here's my mega legendary weapon so far. This.
You've basically got a semi-auto assault rifle,
look at
pretty
this.
much, with a burst feature.
Semi-auto burst.
Look at this weapon spread though,
You've got an M16 with an adjustable scope.
Mike. Look at this weapon spread.
Oh, give me a sec,
As
guys.
soon as he's finished.
Oh my
Is that a
God.
pistol or is it? Is this the thing you were firing earlier that looked like a shotgun but is a pistol?
You'll see.
Oh yeah, it is a pistol.
Right, watch.
It's a yes or no question, you bastard.
Oh yeah, this thing.
Wow.
The Roman candle.
That's a lot of ricochet.
It's fun when you can run corners.
Oh, this is a tiny.
Is that a
pistol.
COV gun?
Yes, it is.
Ah.
This is a tiny
Right.
pistol.
To the drop pod. And
Object permanence is
And
hard.
Tori, if you're gonna come in a few minutes and tell me to drink water after I've drunken this is video evidence that I was drinking.
I don't think Tori's here. I can have a look at chat. And go, music in the chat. Tori, no NPC.
I'm talking about if they're watching it, watching the stream.
Watching the college,
Fuck you.
yeah. I shall also take the hint.
There is one brain cell bouncing around in this Discord call and it just hit a corner of the screen.
A battalion of Malawan troops are trampling my home, and I'd appreciate some help. You know, killing
Got
them.
him. Hey yo.
So what is the question? In the whole of the Autumn series, who's your favourite boss? And please say it's Freeze.
Oh, I have to be honest. I
From
I think it is Autumn.
oh, from
No,
City.
no,
Okay,
is it Autumn City?
I hated fighting at midnight.
No, I think it's the
I
first
know.
one.
I can confirm. I can confirm. Freeze is City.
I can't
It's in
remember.
City, yeah. Batman's in. Mr. Freeze.
I don't
City.
think Freeze was in.
Oh yeah. Oh, Batman
Asylum.
was in City. I sure hope so.
My favorite
Shut
one
up.
from Asylum though is Poison Ivy. That's a great boss fight.
For Asylum, I'd
Nice
have
to
to.
have someone else
I'd have
here
to say
besides my
Killer
That or
Croc
Bane.
for
Taken
Asylum.
an oath of non-violence.
Killer Croc was
That's
clever.
terrifying.
Exactly. That's why it's
That's
good.
terrifying.
That's why it was good.
No, that was like I'm too anxious for this.
I mean,
Can you call Scarecrow thing a boss? Because it was more of a button.
I really like that one as well. That's a really well designed boss level.
Time to make a Titanfall reference.
Was that from City or was that was Asylum?
no, that's
Asylum.
Asylum.
Yeah.
And then Scarecrow.
Asylum and
took over
City
the
are
show.
kind of blended together in my head just a little bit.
I'll be there soon. Just laying out some.
With City,
Yes.
my favorite boss was Mr.
City,
Freeze because
the
it
Mad
created the
Hatter
show.
DLC. The Mad Hatter DLC from City is so good. Chef's kiss.
He also had a bomb.
It took me a couple tries before it was so good.
If we're talking about bosses, can you just agree that Knight fucked up nearly all of the bosses?
Sorry, hold on, I didn't get that right.
I know I definitely didn't like fighting Freeze.
You didn't get to
That
fight.
fight just felt really tedious,
You didn't get to fight.
to be honest. Yes, you did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, that was a DLC?
Yeah, but you'd never fought things. You fought people trying to stop.
I'm thinking of fucking City again.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I think you can
Like in the
see it, yeah.
storyline,
That's
the
the
militia,
one where you're in his lab, right?
in the storyline,
Yes.
the militia take Nora from
And you
Mr.
shoot
Freeze,
them.
and
No,
Mr. Freeze
no!
Mr. Freeze gets Nora back.
In City is in like his lab.
Oh yeah, he's developing a cure.
He's-
Arkham Asylum, he's in a lab, but it's the Arkham Asylum lab. It's like the mortuary, I think.
Yes.
That's my favorite boss fight.
It's fine.
It's just clever.
I
mean, it's-
in City. Speaking of City, I really like the Ra's al Ghul kind of League of Assassins
the people who know.
angle. It's
That's-
so.
that's
Oh my
good.
god, that was so fun.
So you're kicking ass with the
I
raid.
Maya!
Guess Liz will replace me
The
eventually.
people
boy.
who know.
Ready for some more action?
I don't know whether I liked
You
that
know
boss
it.
fight as much.
And
It was
if you don't
okay.
know,
Like,
now you
I don't dislike
I liked
it.
Bane's
I
one
liked
from
Follow me.
stuff around
We'll meet up with my
it.
apprentice.
Like,
If
From
I liked
Asylum.
yourself
killed.
I really didn't like
The fragment
Origins.
sealed
I played
inside an
Arkham
Iridium
Origins,
anchor hole.
like
The
Batman
whole
Arkham Origins.
monastery was built around it by monks.
It
who
feels
think-
so
No.
clunky
Maybe it is.
No one
and
liked
horrible
Origins.
because you're slow and you don't have anything. I know it's meant to be Batman when he starts out, but it's clunky and horrible and it feels bad as you're playing it.
You could also
Thing is,
tell
though,
it's Troy Baker.
Attention!
Origins,
Yes.
Stupid
Origins did something
pacifist
clever with Bane
This
though.
suppressor
Because
trucks.
in
It's
that,
not
Bane.
I don't know. I
just
never
a
finished it because I could not stand the way you got around the city.
Bane was really smart in that, in the fact that he figured out who Batman was on his own.
Ugh, that's
But then when he
Real
takes
pain in
I mean,
my
that's-
ass. So far,
he
hasn't
takes
been
an
able to
experimental
That is
version of
accurate
Venom,
to
which
Bane.
would
Let's
lead
not
to
rely on his
Titan,
incompetence.
and explains that because of that he
Well,
gets
look,
dumb,
monks, I
and that's
know you
how
think I'm
he
doing
gets
this 'cause
dumb
I
in
enjoy
Asylum.
terrorizing you, but it's actually makes me rather proud of me. It's general, you see,
I won't
and I
exactly
got a
say
huge
dumb, it's
inferiority
just that
complex
it's
about it.
just like
So if I have to burn down your entire
kind of just like
monastery to impress
infused
you,
rage.
then I'm in, you know? You get it, right?
I think most people will attest to becoming a fucking moron when they are overcome with
This
rage.
is Captain Tron's personal
Exactly.
log.
I kind of find it funny when you
I
go
would
through-
know. Recently, I've been preventing homicides on the daily. Why self-control?
I always resort to taunts.
What I find funny about Batman's Rogue Gallery is when you just null it down to just one stereotype, they're a
No
lot
one's
more
actually
funny. Because when you look at the Joker, crazy clown, Harley Quinn, female crazy clown, Bane, drug addict,
It's been my most
Riddler.
loyal weapon ever since.
obsessive, weirdo, Poison Ivy.
Bane is a
Poison,
drug addict with a god complex.
he's still a drug
At
addict.
this point,
With a god complex, which, you know. There's not, in DC, when it comes to Batman villains, you can't often, like, there's not often times where you can empathize with them. But that man
like,
is
this
so,
like the main one that he's
like, he
yeah,
didn't have to become what he's become. To do what he's doing.
Again,
He didn't have to do crime.
This is probably the main one I can say
Yes.
outright. Like, Jesus. Like, if you had some help,
But
you literally would never been able to come this.
however, there are several DC storylines where he does cure Nora, but it is 99.9% of the time at his own risk because he has to sacrifice himself for
Yeah.
Nora.
Yeah,
And
either-
she wakes up, finds out he's fucking dead, and just
And I'm
it all
guessing
goes to
then-
shit immediately.
There's also versions where I think she becomes Freeze after that happens herself.
So female
Yes.
Miss Freeze. Oh, Miss Freeze.
Basically,
Ms. Freeze.
because she,
I dig it.
I believe, there's a film, there's a DC animated film.
As well.
I think it's Nora, isn't it? It's I could be wrong now, but it's the one where they're all going. It's a bunch of the villains and they're going after
Probably finding trouble.
It's a Suicide Squad
It's a-
film, isn't it?
I think
Well,
so, but they're going after
I just realised.
like a it's like a get out of jail free card, but it's to
Ava,
go to
are you still
heaven.
guarding the library?
This was a little bit before.
Yes,
Suicide
Oh.
Squad.
definitely at the library
Huh.
because
Do you know what I'm talking about, Jay? That one?
Like which one?
I've just realised.
Is Nora in?
something.
I feel like Nora's in that, but I could just be mixing her up with another character who's female and has freeze powers and also has white hair
It
and blue eyes.
would be Killer Frost. You're confusing.
Killer Frost.
But that's why I took her in.
Yeah.
Either she was
gonna get herself killed, or maybe
She's
I
from
can
the
train her
Flash comics, right?
Yes.
She's a Flash woman.
survive.
Yes.
Wait.
She's the Flash.
Maybe.
I'll never forget watching that thing and having the Reverse Flash take his hood off and he's got the fucking hole in his head. Oh,
Yeah,
I went boom boom.
oh.
like that is. I don't know. That is.
Like,
That is some
That's one of my
amazing-
favourite parts of that film. It's so good, and I will never talk. I will never stop talking about how good Superman Red Sun is.
Oh yeah, that's
that is
the.
when it
That
comes
is such a good movie.
Chat, can you tell who your DC fans rather than Marvel fans?
Oh no, I love
Oh, I just
Marvel
know
as well,
about
but the DC animated universe is the best.
I just know about a lot of DCs.
from what I can tell, Marvel,
Superman Red Sun is one of the best animated Superman films ever made.
Thing is, before Endgame, Marvel was definitely the best live-action superhero movie universe.
Oh, okay, I will say this. Live action, hands down, Marvel. Animated, however,
Yeah.
DC.
Yeah.
They have that corner.
My
That is
personal-
their market.
My personal favorite animated DC film, Flashpoint Paradox.
I've just noticed one thing, and I don't think anyone else has accounted for this yet.
Hell yeah,
Volcano, he's still
You've
there.
been around when the invasion started. We just might have held our own.
Volcano,
Now
bud.
ring the bell.
Brother,
Volcano.
Brother,
he's alive. I saw movement.
brother.
What happened?
I saw some movement. Brother, I crave violence. He's muted his microphone. He's fine. He's unmuted it.
Okay,
Sure
that's-
thing.
As long as he's fine.
I just challenged him
Nice,
to
I
a
can actually
fight.
take some advantage of
He's
this
alive. He's alive at least. Did you see? There's a new
Oh.
Discord thing where you can set like a thing to be automatically connected as you join a call.
now. Oh,
Oh, I heard
Oh my-
myself.
wait, no.
I'm narcissistic
feeling-
enough to have watched enough videos with my voice in it to know that was me.
Mainly because most of my content has you
Oh,
in
my
it.
God.
Yeah.
I'm not denying it. Like most of my content is
Like the way my
self-esteem
self-esteem works is I either feel like a piece of shit or else I have a full god complex going on. Nobody can touch me. I'm the hottest piece of shit on the fucking planet.
I'm glad someone has
I'm gonna need
confidence
some
in this
iridium to
group.
get into the anchor hold. It'll amp up our sound.
Backwards, bro. Oh, you cannot talk to me at all when I am feeling good because I'm a menace about it.
Something tells me Ava's already
I'm stopping and looking at myself in the mirror. We're going somewhere, but there's a shop window that's got me in it, and I'm making it everybody's problem.
I think I can get
Are you,
around
are you
them.
the kind of person
There's a passage in my
who
book of
walks
ancient
past
siren
the car
technology.
window and is like,
Gonna go
"Let me
grab
look
it
at myself,
since
am I
the
good?"
library's
How's this going?
Oh, it's how's the hair
I'll check with
looking?
you later.
Yeah.
How's the hair sitting? It's windy out here. I gotta check that shit. I've done that a couple times. There's been somebody in the car.
Rhyme Storm Desmond.
That's the
Where's
worst
my
thing.
friend Randy
Some
Dave?
fella rolled down the window, went, "You alright?" Said, "Yeah, just let me use your window as a." Yeah, and he went, "It looks grand, love," and I was like, "Right, okay, sit."
That's it.
I will say that cut off. That cut off. It's,
What part? What did you hear up to? What did you hear up to? I was looking at myself in. There was this nice car. I think it was a Lexus parked. It looked nice.
Let's go.
Parked along the street, and it had tinted windows. So I was looking at my. It was a windy day. I was trying to fix my hair because I don't know. I've been a bit windswept. Trying to fix it, and I'm looking in this car's like window because it's tinted. It's got wear reflections.
So,
And I'm looking at it, and then the window rolls down. The window rolls down, and there's probably a man in his 40s sitting in the car, and he goes, "Are you alright there, love?" And I go, "Oh yeah, sorry, fixing me hair in your car window." And he goes, "Ah, you look grand, love." And I went, "Ah, thanks, mate," and walked off.
That's a clippable story if I ever.
You must come quickly. The holy distillery is infested with rats. Thank the 6 storms, my prayers are answered. I am Brother Mendel of
The noise in the background, that's Volcano and his soundboard.
Yeah, Volcano, can you please stop that?
Ferocious rats. You must
I'm like
eradicate them
really
for me.
confused for the entirety of that like story.
Exactly.
It's like, why, there's just farting noises happening. Like, robotic
Well, that's my brain when I am telling a story. Volcano's in my head right now.
Now, inside, quickly, before the rats come.
That and silly TikTok audios.
The fridge. That's the thing. What is everyone else?
Right, yeah, so, Crowy, we're gonna meet someone in a minute that you're gonna learn to hit very quickly and easily.
And I'm gonna have a thesis to say about this character as soon as you meet them, so I'm so sorry. I feel so strongly about this.
I'm using Trickster.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna get a video link ready to put in the Discord about this character.
Oh no.
Actually, no, I'm not, because it contains spoilers for the story. I'm gonna wait till after that happens in the story, and then I'm gonna put the thing in, and I'm gonna find it.
That's if you remember.
Yeah, again, you're gonna learn
No, I
to
will
hate
remember.
this character very easily.
Oh, hey.
It's just
I'm
because
out here.
so much of
But wait, you're a
what
vault
should
hunter
have been
with
done for her
history?
was
Go on
cut,
adventures, save
and
the
it
universe, kill
really
bad guys.
upsets me.
Yeah, I get to
Because
kill
there's
bad guys
potential
pretty much all the
there,
time.
and it was
It's
completely wasted.
Yes! That's so freaking cool. I want to die instantly. I'm gonna be a vault hunter too.
I'm just upset about it.
I'm not mad.
Dusty as the librarian staring at the water for like 100 hours.
I'm just hoping maybe one of these knives will actually slit her throat.
So,
Because it's not even the devs and the writers that I'm upset with, it's the company, because they just thought, no, it's going to make it too long, we're going to cut all this shit out, it's not important. It was very fucking important.
Attention, everyone! This is Captain Trant. Those monks are in that spooky graveyard. Wipe them out and make me
direction
proud.
are you going?
Then we'll go out for
I'm
some
sorry, but I've got like this
Go,
OCD,
Trant.
like, I've got this whole OCD thing with the map in this game, to make sure it's all up and built.
Oh my god.
Hey, oh, well, Barry is actually accuracy. Increase and crit damage.
Oh.
Also,
This
for
one's
what?
definitely
Why was that the first thought that came to my mind? I'm not saying that.
I can open this tomb
Next
out no
character,
sweat.
for once, I am
What you
tall.
got, tomb? You got nothing.
I am 5'1" in real life. That is small.
Oh my god, you're tiny.
Yeah.
Maya says the monks put a
I'm
riddy
5'7".
so the dead have some spending money after. I'll pay him back later. Like,
We're not all so dead.
And
I get bullied by.
Empty.
I've also only just realised that's what
But
my
I
head
know a
is.
few more places we can try.
Repeatedly, I've been asked by doctors
kill
my
these
head
guys
is.
then.
Can I just forget?
Do they not? Does your, do they not have? Anytime I go to my doctor's office, it's usually because I need a refill of my prescription for the pill. Is that she'll just do a general checkup and go, "How tall are you? Let me check your blood pressure." Because I'm going to her for a problem with hormones, and I think she's just checking for thyroid problem every time she does it. Because she's like, if you've got problems with these hormones, you might have problems with the other hormones.
How did
Yes, exactly.
Oof.
you?
Oof.
I'm sorry, what was that?
come on, let's go!
Where'd you go?
That's where it went down.
Probably me.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I heard something and it just made me say, wait, hold on, just do that,
I said
right?
Futaba Cannon.
So I said,
Futaba Bast.
I'm in the endgame series of the Persona 5 story of Persona 5 Royal.
Sticky! Why?
It's not
Why
what I thought you said was.
What did you think I said, sir?
For some reason, I thought you said Futaba cat.
5 minutes I needed when the ad.
It's like
I saw that on Tumblr once.
Either way.
I believe it's technically a real thing.
Looks like
I
they
believe
got ready on
When's a
it's in a
good
different
time?
game.
way more than
When's a good time for what? I couldn't hear.
last
Run an
two.
ad.
Then we can go get that.
Anything to be honest. Yeah, anything.
Sponsor the stream.
Hang on.
About locked doors, man.
The sponsor.
Waiting for
Sponsor.
it. You've got ads, so give it a second. 1 minute.
Oh my god, grenade. Quick, throw it back.
Ooh, I like my new grenade.
Must die. Hell yeah. Batter in him.
Alright,
Drone.
drone. Only one person will know the joke I'm thinking about summoning drones over and over again. Drone.
Oh, my dog is having a scrap. Good boy. 11 seconds.
Just broke a I heard that century. I touched my back for ages.
Yeah, it's added
Oh, I did. Okay, hold on now. Need to
I am
make
done
sure
playing games.
doing the right
folks.
appropriate
Get ready
move.
for some divine judgment from me. Trot!
Maya
What
wants to
new
have all the
cat
fun
up?
fighting off Malawan, but screw that! That Tron guy is
You
the
don't
worst,
like
and I
her,
want
do
to
you?
kick his dick off myself!
Yeah, I want to kill her.
She could betray us, isn't she?
You wish.
You'll see. You'll see. Oh, at least I've got my
Ava,
infinite
go
ammo
protect the grain
shotgun right now.
storerooms.
This is helpful.
Let the Vault Hunter take care of Malawan. Got it, Maya. On my way. All I ever do is protect archives or storerooms or sacred whatevers. See you later, Vault Hunter. Huh. Ava really took a shine to you. Might want to check your pockets. She was a stowaway on one of our seasonal merchant ships. We crossed paths. She tried to steal my book, and instead of throwing her off a cliff, I decided to train her as my apprentice. I've got my book
It's
and
a
heading your
wiki.
way in a sec. I'm just finishing up some... Die, you corporate
I decided to change
Maya's just such a fan favorite character.
relaxation exercises. Much better.
Stay down,
She's one of the playable characters from 2, arguably the best game in the series.
Attention, Rebel Maxim Athenas!
Well, considering if 2 had crossplay, one of them would be playing her right now.
Losing my freaking patience, so I'll do
correction.
this as politely
Not
as I
one.
can.
Or
Please
probably
consider
four.
surrendering while we trample your
I
treasured
would have,
areas
if you had
just
said we were playing Borderlands 2, I would, fuck work, I'm showing up whether I'm late or not, because that is one of my favorite games of all time.
Right, you try it.
I don't know what you're talking about, so I could...
Also, yeah, I know, I'm like, oh my, I was so close to quitting last week. You don't even know.
Fine.
You know when you get a new manager in,
Oh no.
and he's the new guy, and he just has to have a dick measuring contest with...
Oh yeah.
It's that. He is...
Measurement contest.
He is also a corporate slave. Oh my god, he is under their heels so horribly. Because he's new with the company as well. He's not even new at the store, he's new with the company.
That's how they do it.
And honestly, I was so angry at him the other day because A, my hormones are unbalanced and I can't keep my emotions in check when that is happening. But he had basically done something which made us all terribly late for closing because we had to worry about this thing that he did, then told us an hour before closing that he did it.
That is honestly the worst.
But why would they tell you on time?
He told us an hour before closing that, so it's a food industry job.
Exactly.
We're cooking food. We sell rotisserie chickens,
Dynamite.
which take about an hour to cook, and about 10 minutes to bag, seal, and put out on the shop floor.
I do believe this is the
He
first official
put
boss of the
12
game.
rotisserie chickens in the oven at 5 o'clock when we were closing at 6.
That sounds about right.
Because he's a fucking arsehole, that's
Stupid
why.
idiot. Yeah, this is,
Corporate
I think,
idiot.
the first proper boss of the map, of the game.
So
Jay, wait,
it didn't help that he had been spending the whole day nitpicking all of us, even though he doesn't know what he's doing. We're not new. He's new.
But that's the thing, though. But then that's the thing. Why would they?
He's on a
take
higher level of
responsibility?
power than us, but we know what we're doing.
Well, here's a
I've
nice...
been in this job almost a year. The newest person in the job has been there 6 months.
don't go any further. Don't go any further.
Right?
I might start the fight.
She's off of probation. She's a full-time worker at this point.
Wow.
So, we ready
But
for
he
the
is just anything corporate tells him he is following to the letter, and it's
So we're ready for the first boss of the game?
Alright, chumps up. Let's do this, Leroy.
Nut up or shut up.
terribly sorry. I have to seize, but I can't shut the fuck up by this.
Fucking
Because I can't
dab.
shut the
I
fuck
need to
up.
kill it.
Hey, over dead now. No, that's not the dab. That's Bolt.
That's Usain Bolt.
That's the Bolt.
Doesn't help. Bolt also
Oh,
does. It's also it's reminiscent of a dab. You know. Although he did it first.
Yeah.
Watch how his armor
I always like the dialogue in this fight. He's a bushman.
Ah, we're dead.
Hey, we bad and new.
Damn,
that was laughable.
Yeah.
Gold Hunter, you wasted Tron? Good riddance.
He is dead. That's
And
what
that
matters.
was a laughable boss
But, yeah,
fight.
seriously the worst.
You got the iridium? Give it here.
Except I'm not saying that.
That's good. I like that. Yes! I like that!
Yes. Me not doing content like that, I see. You are abandoning the brand.
Abandon society. Embrace abnormality.
Embrace the monkey.
Found a technique in this book that might change
Just
that.
like Joker. From the movie
speaking
Joker.
Speaking of embrace monkey.
How was it?
I saw it. I really liked that movie. Not for the reason why the incels liked that movie, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what it tried to do.
Blah blah.
It did a
alien
very
crap, whatever.
I want to say it tried to do a Thanos, where you're watching Thanos do these horrible, horrible things.
Teach me that.
However, for some reason,
Used to that kind of power.
you don't quite hate him because he's just charismatic enough and he's just intelligent enough to kind of bring his point across to make you think, huh,
So, Ava,
why the fuck am I
the invasion.
leaning towards
All those
him?
hours staring at water taught
Type
you
thing.
something
That's what they
after all.
attempted to do with
I can handle
Joker.
myself. I learned to
Um,
fight way before I met you.
And it worked a little bit too well for those who have no
Oh,
media
you
literacy
know
at
I
all.
would, but I've got a loot to sort through. Nope. Go pack a bag. You get your wish.
But
We're leaving with the Vault Hunter.
I don't know, it was a good movie. I liked it a lot.
For real?
Let's say someone dropped
I
something.
mean, yeah, cool, whatevs. Could be fun. I'll grab
Mine,
stuff.
because
I want to kill Ava.
Check
It's
this
so
out.
annoying.
Dude, I'm doing
Yes.
tricks, so don't worry about it.
Messages like these all over the galaxy.
Only thing I can't do is Royal Guard. I've not got Royal Guard release yet.
Read it, but it must mean
Oh, I
something.
don't actually have the trinket bit open for some reason. Not unlocked.
I love fighting fascism in video games.
I see you.
So,
Gotta be one of my favorite motifs.
So you're on the insurgent side of Injustice then?
I'm playing Persona, my brother in Christ. They have Shido dressed as a fucking Nazi reason.
That was...
I should tell you this before I
Whenever I
explain
hear
Lilith.
reason, all I can think
The real
is
reason
being
I took
banned
Ava
from
on
the
as an
Assassin's
apprentice.
Creed form.
She's going to be a siren someday, and I want to make sure she's ready when that happens. See you up in the stars, Walter.
I don't know much about the new Assassin's Creed game, but I like the look of it. However, it has been well over 10 years since. No, I'd say it's been roughly 10 years, maybe a little less since I've last played an Assassin's Creed game.
Alright, sound off when you're ready to go back to Sanctuary, just to make sure everyone's alright.
let's have a look at some guns, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh!
Don't worry.
Can I nerd out for a second? The design of these vaults and these treasure arenas.
Really pretty. It's
I love them so much.
So much more significant than 2, sure.
Yes, the level. Well, because there's only one vault, they had to do many, but they keep to a similar theme where they're structurally the same, but the kind of theme and motif kind of matches with the planet that it's on, and it's done so well, and it looks so cool.
How it should be done, right?
It's so good. Aesthetically, this game is beautiful, and it's perfect. Story-wise, it's flawed.
I shall keep it safe.
Gameplay
Like,
is
for
the
the
best example.
writing-wise, it is flawed.
Jay,
And that's putting it lightly. It is
agree with that statement, just be honest.
writing-wise for characters. And it is flawed. I mean,
I'd say the design is probably the best thing about this game. As we've been saying, it looks nice.
Almost the best thing, because I find...
like, the only design criticism I have with this game is fucking, like, human person Lilith. It's my only criticism for how it looks. Because there was a way they did it in 2, and it was perfect, and they shouldn't have touched it.
I ate one of Marcus's
Don't fix something that's not broken, right?
In case you were wondering.
Exactly.
Yes.
However, I understand why they changed it. There was a huge for when this game was announced.
Working fine. Okay, I'm gonna break it.
Still, it's a start.
There was a huge expectation for when this game was announced. Never mind coming out, but when it was announced that it was happening. So I understand why they kind of nitpicked over certain things, and I think that's one of the. Oh my god, I love this game and this game series, but there are just. I love it enough to know that when there's something flawed, I know it's flawed, but I still like it.
Right now, Lilith, but she's going to be
like,
a siren someday.
Knowing that there's these parts that they fucked up on. I'm also very excited for the movie coming out next year.
I mean, to be fair,
yes, I will forever talk about this movie because
that's a big thing.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Cate Blanchett have my whole heart.
And Jack Black is voicing Claptrap.
And Jack Black is peak human male performance.
Considering...
He's doing great for the man of the year.
Isn't this supposed to be another?
If I
Kung
ever
Fu Panda
find
coming
out
soon?
that there's something horrible about Jack Black, I will be denying it.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. I won't believe it. I'm going full parasocial here with Jack Black.
Anyone have a diamond key?
Ma'am, why are you on the? Why are you kneeling? What is this?
Father.
Ava can get out of my way.
Oh, I didn't think that would be the way you'd be annoyed by her.
Get.
Ah yes, that's the other part we forgot.
What
AI
exactly is happening?
Ooh.
Come to my room.
Where is she standing? Is she standing in your doorway?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so this is a weird bug that they still haven't patched over the years, where sometimes characters will just stand in the way of things and won't move.
Should I just continue with the story so we can save Croy?
I want to steal my shit, but yes.
Why is it so hot this time of night? I'll never know.
This ship is impressive, killer.
Because we're getting stuck in summer.
Noises as the old sanctuary.
You've heard of first breakfast and second breakfast. Get ready for second summer.
Son of a... Just
Why is Malawan on Athenas? Our key fragment has been a secret for
I'm
generations.
sorry, what?
How did they find out about it
Look
now?
at the dragon thing.
I'm not sure. But the Calypsos seem to know more
I'd
about
love
the
to
vault
see
than
your
anyone.
point of view right now.
Tannis.
What are you
They
looking
knew
at?
about the vault map. Maybe
Are you
they
in?
told
You're
Malawan
in
to
your
invade
room.
Athenas.
You're in Flack's room, right?
They say they're after something called
Yeah,
the
so I'm
Great
in my room,
Vault.
and
The
there's
vault
Well,
on
he's
Prometheus must
essentially
be
a
part of their
beekeeper.
plan. We have to get there first.
Oh wait, is it a brat? I think maybe.
Whether anyone calls me that anymore.
He's essentially a
it's like-
beastkeeper. Oh, I have a great question. If your character from Borderlands was a character in D&D, what would their class be?
Right. So, are we speaking specifically for what we're playing now, or
For the characters you're playing now, for like the characters you're playing in Borderlands 3. So what would the Vault Hunters of Borderlands 3? What would their classes be if they were like imported from Borderlands 3 to D&D?
Like probably paladin. Like paladins are the only thing they get think of.
What kind of paladin?
Defensive. Focus more on defense.
That's not what I was asking. Is he like an Oathbreaker paladin or like?
I don't know.
Neither. I have played 2 sessions of D&D and it was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure themed.
This is where I need to like get on the horn with my action, with my like.
Of course, it was JoJo. Goodbye.
But it was basically our friend Aiden. He had us go design a stand. Give me that design. I'll assign you stats based off of what you've told me, and you will be playing yourselves in this D&D game.
I'll be dying first turn then, obviously.
So it was me and the 2 Bens, and Aiden is our DM, and we have had 2 sessions, and that was months ago. We've yet to have a 3rd session.
Do you know what the most annoying thing about this game is?
Remember this?
Inspecting weapons, I can't compare them easily. What's better here? I don't know. It's annoying me.
Well,
wait, what do you mean?
So like what?
Like what specifically on?
My inventory, I just want to like have the 2 weapons next to each other so I can compare them and be like, which one's which?
Well,
oh no, there is a
way to do it.
There is a way to do that in your inventory.
Oh yeah, if you are selecting the one of the weapons in your backpack. Yeah, it's weird.
Yes.
You just had to like.
Yeah.
No, you just hovered over it and it did it anyways.
I was about to say, wasn't there like an actual wasn't there also a button in the actual menu bit as well?
In 2, there was a button you could press where you could turn it on and off. Whereas, I think it was, I don't know on PlayStation, I think it was square when you were in your inventory, you could turn off compare. But it was basically, you didn't have to select them, you just had to hover over the weapon and it would show you its stats and then compare them to the one you have equipped.
I need to just listen to the... Oh, that sounds meaty.
Alright, should we get
That
going?
sounds like a meaty gun.
What the fuck does that mean?
And wow, that is some weird.
What the fuck do you mean it
gun.
sounds meaty?
Like they just the when you shoot it, it sounds nice.
I have that gun. Look.
Meaty explosive. Bang.
I leaned forward and my headset turned my volume.
I see someone's got a prosthetic one.
Look, it's got flipping. It's
I
got a
leaned
mortar on
forward.
his
I
shoulder.
don't know how that happened. I'm sorry, what?
Look, he's got
my controller!
He's got a mortar on his shoulder.
You're okay about that, Kira?
Video killed the radiator.
Oh, God. Oh, wait.
All I'm thinking about when I see it.
Oh, god damn it. This is actually the only time the grenade is actually useful. Oh, right, yeah, fine. I'll do that and then I need a decent grenade.
Wait,
I
so...
need a half decent grenade.
Excuse me, mister, I don't need a grenade in this build.
Well, yeah, because I didn't think of the drone, Jay. Because I didn't look at my skill tree properly. Unlike someone who literally tries to stat build every game they play. Like, my man...
You're lucky Fahrenheit Fire isn't a thing.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, I forgot you pull out the level 99 character at the top.
For your information,
would
it's
literally try and
72,
just
get it
go
right.
stomp.
What?
Yeah, not the same though, considering it's you, Jay. And remember, you beat this game, I ain't beat this game.
Kira beat the game.
I have beat this game with Jay. We played together.
One of the most fun experiences I have had in a while.
It was great. I own every Borderlands game except Tales from the Borderlands. I don't own the Telltale games.
I feel like it's gonna be everything except Tales.
I own 4 of the 5 Borderlands games available.
I have that in my library actually.
I own the DLC for 2, and I believe I have access to the DLC for 3 because to download.
I recently went through
the DLCs for 3.
I recently went through Love and Tentacles actually.
Love and Tentacles. Hammerlock and his boyfriend. I love them.
Right, let's get
We
going.
love a gay man who is batshit insane, but also incredibly intelligent.
Obsessive.
We love seeing queers be happy and successful.
That ship looks like a gun on the billboard.
Hey, look, that billboard, that gun on there, it looks like it's a Destiny weapon.
Do you know what it looks
Oh, it
like?
does.
It looks like? It looks like...
It really does.
It's 12 o'clock, baby. Meet me at...
Does it not look
Mass
like the ship from
Effect.
Mass Effect?
Yeah,
It does. Mass Effect is a game. Mass Effect is a game I have not played, but is on my list of things, and I own it because of PlayStation Plus. And I have yet to download it and play it. I am a slut for story-based gameplay. I love shit like that.
It's just the word that got me.
Skyrim, Mass Effect, Dragon Age.
Oh, I love Dragon Age.
Now that we've got B, priority number 2.
I'm just making sure we've got side quest stuff and then we can actually
Also,
do side quest.
More side quests.
Also, I might be a lesbian, but everybody in Mass Effect, they're sexy. And I stand by that.
Yeah, you jump in with a Volcano.
I also hate the fact that my favorite character from Mass Effect's name is Liara.
Captain Rowe, who's been giving me no end of
And my name is Kira.
been able to pin him down, but I hear he's got a serious
It's spelt the same, just one of us has an L and the other one. I hate it so much. I love a game with a really cool combat system and a well thought out story.
Lorelai sent me.
Which is why
Bo, it's me.
I am waiting for it to come out on console. It comes out on the 2nd. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a good paycheck and for it to release. Because I've pre-ordered one game this year and I'm keeping it to that.
Yeah.
When Malawon showed up, I barricaded myself in my apartment.
I pre-ordered the special edition of Spider-Man 2 because Spider-Man, I love him.
Oh, that reminds
Yuri Lowenthal, I love him.
Spider-Man 2 is going to be a game on.
It comes out in October this year. I have a countdown waiting for it.
I know when it comes out because it comes out the day before my brother's birthday.
Oh wow, have you pre-ordered it, Jay?
I'm going to next time I get paid.
Sick.
Along with Mortal Kombat 1, hopefully I'll have a stream of it.
Well, do you know what we could do? We could share accounts and you can get it off my account if you want. Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, I can't show any, so
Yeah, if I give you my login for my account, you can get access to all the games I've been.
So like, I download it. Now it'll go onto my store.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this off camera.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say my email and password on camera. I'm not that stupid, but I might say other things that involve.
You won't.
Honestly, I don't. But yeah.
Yes. I'm not going to drink.
Also, I have access to the PS Plus Premium selection, so.
Oh, there, like you keep reminding me.
Because I have decided with my adult money from my adult job that I will pay for the upkeep of that. Because there's a lot of games that aren't available on the current version of consoles that are available due to the PS Plus collection. Like The Force Unleashed.
Wait, which one? Is it the first or is it both?
I don't.
You know where I love it.
Time to put my boot on the neck of the COV propaganda operation. Let's get Crimson Radio on the air.
However, a lot of the games that are like PS1, PS2, PS3 games are a little bit temperamental when it comes to playing them with the PS Plus collection because you don't download them, you sort of stream an emulator of them. Which requires an internet connection that is strong. No, there is a game, I believe it came out on the PS2 or PS3, there's a Pirates of the Caribbean game.
Trust my dude. I know it sounds vile, but it makes
which I've played a fair bit of. Very good.
in a trash pit. Go get 'em.
There's a couple of other, and then you get a lot of, there's a fair bit of access to a lot of newer games as well, like, I got Payday 2 through that. What else? I've got a good couple of games through the thing. Oh my god. Make way for Dozer!
One weapon I'm using immediately. If I would be able to access.
Oh, I love having two Tommy gun in each hand.
Whoa, that's a big guy. A big guy that's
I
dead.
love a Tommy gun in each hand. I'm very bad at Payday 2, mind you. I'm not good. It's not a game I'm good at. It's a game I enjoy.
I don't think Payday's a game you could technically be good at most of the time because it sometimes relies on just random dumb stuff.
I beg to differ.
Hey, this guy literally has just been chugging whiskey for a solid 20 minutes. He literally has been shot by tanks, rockets, grenades.
Okay, you had plenty of time.
Well, here's the thing. I've not a great concept on how I should build things, right?
No, that's what I mean. Is like, with like so many builds in Payday are just insanity incarnate.
Isn't there an esport for Payday?
It's very, very warm in my room. It's currently 22 degrees out, which means my hands are sweaty. I have sweaty palms, and I had a glass in my hand, and I almost just dropped it because of the sweat. Like, I'm dressed for summertime. I'm dressed for the beach currently, actually. I've got shorts and not much else on.
I'm not gonna say it.
No.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. It would have been funny, but I'm not gonna say it.
I've got shorts and a bra on, and it's just kind of because it's too hot for a shirt. I had a shirt on. It's one of my favorite T-shirts I own. It's that scene in the first Jurassic Park film where the T-Rex breaks through the fence, except instead of a T-Rex, it's a big cat.
Why the fuck are you telling me this a grenade about to explode right on the step?
Priority 1 directive.
There is no grenade.
To Malawan Captain Archer Road.
You might be lagging. What? A little bit of a glitch.
Oh, probably.
After the robot.
Your internet's fucking you over, son.
You're joking. Vault Hunter, follow the bot.
He's immediately just get evaporated.
No, Coffee Dad. Let him go.
This is zooming.
Oh dear.
Good lord, this is first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, until you start character games being
designed for combat, so he's glitching out. Take out those Malawans to get him moving again.
Also, I find it very funny that the robot that you're meant to be following, he sways like he's... Which I just think is a funky detail to this side quest. They didn't have to do that, but they did. He moves. He's levitating, but he moves like he has...
Problem
He's down
solved.
here.
They're dead.
Oh, there's the bot.
Oh wow, we got two cyclops down
He's
here.
striding those hips, isn't he?
Encountering hostile area. Recalibrating routes.
More Malawans. Take him out to get the burger bot moving
And he's
again.
spraying burgers everywhere.
Are you doing okay, buddy?
I mean, he is Burger Bot. He do make burgers.
I love BurgerBot with my whole heart. I really like this site.
I love Burger Bot with my whole heart. He said very explodes. I will literally smack you.
I think a good bit of advice.
Sacrifice all possessions for BurgerBot. God, I remember this. I know the Borderlands games, they've kind of shifted with the way the combat mechanics works over time, but my brain is still stuck in 2 because it's the one I put the most hours in. So like when I see certain colored health, I immediately elemental weapons like shields, electricity, yellow health bars. You're using that fucking corrosive toxic shit.
This is why this game is so different and so hard for my head to get around.
It's elemental builds.
It is a shooter with a Pokemon tie-in, basically. Pokemon typing tie-in. Although
Get that wanker!
I think we talked about this before on the first where slag is not really something that's used at all in this game.
Don't worry, he's gone.
Pro tip: when you're fighting these big boys, shoot them in the orb on their back because it's a critical headshot point.
Speaking of which, that orb's loaded.
And if you actually destroy it before you kill them, it will explode and do damage to them, like what you're seeing on the floor right now.
Shredded hedgehog.
Oh my god, yeah, I go.
What?
Nice job taking out that high-value target, Bolt Hunter.
Lorelei, it's gonna take some time to override Malawan's control over my burger bots. And this one might as well be scrapped, so...
Makoto, my love!
In the meantime, Bolt Hunter, could you deliver that burger?
Right now I'm just going to my inventory because
And you win. You win in the background.
I'm doing my New Game Plus playthrough of Persona 5 Royal, and I am at the final palace for the original story. And I've just sent the calling card, and I've been grinding in mementos.
I still find it really flippin' upsetting when I remember what happened in the first time me going for that game, that I nearly beat Shido on my first try.
Oh! I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna upset you. Aiden beat Okumura in one go on his first try. He beat Okumura.
Right, so just to give it a context, this is Royal Okumura, right?
Oh,
yes. This is Persona 5 Royal.
Like, just to put it simply,
Okumura, the second to last. No, the second to last palace of the original game storyline. And in the original Persona 5, this is the palace this is the boss fight that makes you want to kill yourself, break your controller, and destroy your car.
Taking out Captain Rowe, Vault Hunter. That burger grubbing prick has been a right
and
thorn in my
he did
arse.
it.
But now he's dead.
Now he's playing it on not hard. He's playing it on normal.
Even
but he did it in his first try after not having played the game ever. He's watched a playthrough of the game years ago when Royal first came out. And he beat it in his first try
my autograph book in the barracks.
which is
That's a
impressive.
burger.
But I've been saying this for years that Aiden, when he is playing video games, he's built different.
But
Anyone
He's
else,
built
anyone else
different.
with the same rocket launcher?
No, I'm
Yeah, we
good.
all did, Jeff. He may be built different, but
When it-
big question:
Big boom.
is he
How
built
was
stupid?
Venus? Occupied
Look what-
and
look what it fires.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes. I mean, built different.
Say that
built
one more
stupid.
time for me. I'm sorry, I think I misheard what you said.
Built different, built stupid.
Built different, built
I don't know. He's very. I think Jay, you could kind of attest it. Aiden is just good at video games. If he starts playing, he's just oddly
No,
good at
he's
them.
He's properly built different. Okay.
He's just oddly good at video games. Doesn't matter what he's playing, he ends up being oddly good at them.
Annoyingly.
However, this man cannot spell, nor can he read. So, there's sacrifices for these things.
And sacrifices must be made.
You know,
The
he's
thing
got a
only
5
the
brain when it
super
comes to video games, but when typing out a text message, he is suffering.
I mean, sometimes when you stick to the grind set, you have to make sacrifices.
I love him though. I love that man. He's great. Why is Oya here? I didn't max her confidant.
Anyone want to lift to the next story mission?
Yeah, just for reference, we are at 1 hour 47 minutes.
That's a good amount of progress to keep going with. 20 minutes will be enough.
Yeah, it'll probably be
You've got time, I believe.
Yeah, we do have plenty of time.
Mishima! I love him. He's stupid, but I love him.
You're firing.
Again, none of them told me they were getting calm. Communicate, people.
Okay.
I just follow orders.
And also, Volcano hasn't said much.
Have you left Crowy behind again?
No, this time I got in the car. I went,
Okay.
I was waiting.
Tell me.
Because I have been somewhat trying to keep an eye on stream to let you. Although I have a delay.
Okay.
Trying my best.
Hype. Let's go. Let's go.
Time for Burger King.
Torinosuke.
Hey, is everyone here?
Let me get out of the car.
I was about to say, I feel like we're already failing again. Just try not to leave anyone behind.
So it's time for Burger King.
You know what? I really am. The crow and it's like, oops, shiny.
Fair enough, yeah.
I have a question. Are you the type of person who sees loot, funky loot on the ground and goes,
Yes, basically.
mine? Yeah. Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? I'll tell you what that is.
I'd rather just sort through it all.
Would you like to know what? Why? Would you like to know why you do that? It's called 80 of them HDs.
Yep.
It's called 80 of them HDs. Well, the stereotype might be, ooh, shiny. It is technically, ooh, shiny.
Ooh, piece of cake. Ooh, piece of cake.
That's not the reason why my nickname's Volcano.
There's a reason why I'm a rat. I got little hands to pick up funky things.
And depending on when this is done, there's a reason I'm maybe a penguin. I don't fucking know.
Do this away from the microphone.
No.
I don't know, maybe I'm a penguin.
Waiting for everyone to catch up and then we'll get moving.
That's at all.
Gamescom is in the next few days.
Is it? That's
Yeah.
happened.
As in today and tomorrow.
Happening.
I mean, like, no, tomorrow and Wednesday.
Let me get in the car. Don't leave without me.
We're not going in the car.
Well, someone's got a car.
Don't discriminate against the PS4 user.
Well, whoever that is an idiot.
So Your Honor, the excuse was they're playing a PS4. You will now die. Or criticize you.
Everyone just completely missed the crow noise.
No,
There was a crow noise?
Crow?
Fine. We'll see.
I don't think your mic picked it up. I think that might be why.
I was doing that away from the microphone because I don't want to like. Yeah.
Well, maybe do it away from the microphone, but just a little bit
Volcano.
closer.
We need to go the other side of the room.
I will return shortly. Hold on.
Oh, water for this, but yeah.
Hold. I'll stay for this. Hold on. I can hold out for this.
Ow.
Hey, you made it!
No.
The ship's right there.
No.
State-of-the-art Atlas
Okay,
cloaking,
great.
baby.
Time
This
to
way.
get people.
You could just play it next to your microphone at a low volume.
I did it 3 times. I did that into the microphone this time.
Besieged and bestashed.
Gotta go!
I heard something, but not all of it.
Given that unconditional surrender
Technical
anymore,
difficulties for playing sound effects.
slap from your old pal Laseroid to
It's just
change
me
your
giving a
mind.
noise. It's why I'm called crowing.
Screw you!
Oh, is it like when I
Ready to
took off?
swing by with the paper.
Is it like the R2D2
Can't wait
thing?
to absorb
Yes.
Atlas into the
But for
Malawan
crows.
family.
Ah,
Oh, and you can bring Zero. I'll bet he's interested.
love being able to make funky sounds for no reason.
Corporate asshat. New plan.
It's just fun.
We steal
Yes.
a Malawan shuttle with
It's
security
the reason why I
protocols.
can do
Here,
voices and
take
accents.
this.
I'm bored as a child and I just did
I
them.
will
Ooh, Viper
write
Drive.
it down later so I remember it. I'll have to get it on video for you.
the
Later,
Viper
do
Drive
it tomorrow.
is Atlas state-of-the-art remote
Oh,
hacking.
doesn't Discord allow you to send like audio messages now?
You should do.
You in?
Hell
That might
yeah.
work.
Quick question.
Cool.
Is that mustache authorized?
Focus!
Although
Just
I will say,
find
that did
yourself
wreck my voice.
Malawan shuttle,
I can
pop
feel
in
it
a
in my
Viper
throat.
Drive.
I
I
have not done
do
that
the
for a
rest.
while.
Yeah, the R2D2 thing does that to me too every once in a while.
We need to sound clip you doing
If I do
that,
too
though.
much, it takes me out.
Like, we need to sound clip you doing the
I'd
R2D2.
happily do it.
Try out the Viper Drive.
I would happily let you take a recording of me doing the R2D2.
That's the
I mean, you
thing, like,
have it on camera. You have it on.
I edited that shit.
Yes, you take that soundbite and use it for all means. I'd love it.
High five.
Seriously.
Anybody?
It is one of the favorite things I found out I could do accidentally. Like, you know when you find out you can make certain noises out of pure fear? Found out I could do that whilst playing Resident Evil 7, I think.
That sounds about right.
Because Marguerite scares the shit out of me.
I mean, if there's one thing to say about Mark,
She's scary.
God, no. Nope.
Just,
No.
oh, don't talk to me about her and her
No.
her
literally
bug
just
bussy.
no.
I don't. Ugh.
It's just
Oh,
no.
so
Why
real.
does she have an orifice in her monster form
What's an orifice?
where the bugs come out of it and it looks oddly like genitalia?
Yeah, a vor.
I've
A vor.
arrived. Well, that actually.
It's not even vor, it's on her like stomach area. It's really weird.
We've literally just seen the planet get glassed.
Kind of wrecked.
There's a planet getting destroyed, but I'm talking about this woman and her second bug pussy.
We just gotta find the control room. Head to the main gate.
No.
Because it's horrible. Because you have to shoot at it
I know.
in the
No,
game.
I've seen
It
it.
feels incredibly sexist, but also at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Whatever, to get whatever this is out of my face, I hate it.
Can I make a formal request to my mods to stop talking about a bug vagina?
On board for a party.
But it's a key plot point in Resident Evil 7.
Acquisitions of Malawan.
Oh shit.
Oh, by the way,
Not what
That's-
I
And not to
That's
plug
the
my
sad
own
part.
YouTube channel, I have a VOD of that currently.
Not to plug the channel.
Where you see me get scared the shit out of because I thought the grandmother was dead in the wheelchair until I was walking around in that kitchen and went,
The whole
Can't
story,
keep an Ursa down.
element of that. The reveal of that.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that nearly all of us fell off a cliff
great.
because we were trying to get used to zero gravity?
I was just about to say Jade.
No, I'm.
And now Mike's carrying us now by getting all the kills for us.
Jay, I think we might have done that the first time we played through this as well. Both of us like jumped off a cliff.
No sense of direction. Can you count?
Wait, having to carry. Oh, wait, Volcano, you know what this means.
The anti-gravity in this game is really fun. However, one of the key points of the Borderlands pre-sequel is the anti-gravity.
Yeah, I remember that a lot, but I also remember...
Especially if you're playing Claptrap.
Claptrap literally has...
Because he does not require oxygen. Yes.
It's just like a random shuffle of food.
Yes. So that also his 3 skill trees, one of them, while it is meant to, it's a support class. However, it does a little bit of trolling at the same time.
Oh, but of course.
It's Claptrap. I'd love to play through the pre-sequel with 4 Claptraps.
Sounds like a mild amount of tomfoolery there.
Incredibly fun. I mean, your options are Wilhelm, a lesbian, a cowboy, Claptrap, and something else.
Wasn't it like that? Isn't it like one of the bosses in this game you get to play as?
I mean, it's canon. It's canon in Tales of the Borderlands that Janie Springs and one of the Vault Hunters from the pre-sequel are lesbians. They're dating.
No, I'm not laughing at that. I was laughing at the fact of just like literally the duality of the characters.
The duality of man, a cowboy and a lesbian. Wilhelm, a cowboy, a lesbian, Claptrap, and I think there's another one that there's
one with ice powers.
What is his name? What is his name?
Zero?
No, he's no, it's not Zero. It's Hammerlock. Hammerlock's sister, Aurelia, is the other one.
We get to fight her.
Aurelia Hammerlock. She is one of the playable characters from the pre-sequel, and she is also
a boss.
She also makes an appearance in this game
as a boss.
I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to say she makes an appearance. Spoilers.
Well, I haven't played the pre-sequel, so...
The pre-sequel, I want to say the pre-sequel is probably one of the least popular. It's not. It's one of the. It's not the worst game in this series, but I'd say people prefer the other games over it more often. I like the pre-sequel. I think it's funny. It's got the same.
I still love.
It goes. I believe it's the same as 2 because it came out similarly around the same time. So. Also, the pre-sequel is a part of the Handsome Collection, which you get 2 with as well, so... Although the pre-sequel, while it is set before Borderlands 2, it technically takes place, it is a retelling of what happens before Borderlands 2 after the events of Borderlands 2. The entire game is one of the Borderlands of that game. One of the Vault Hunters from that game, retelling the story to Lilith, Brick, and Mordecai after the events of Borderlands 2.
Who shot
Which
the
is great.
barrel?
Let me know if you die, and I'll just turn this.
I didn't because I'm literally upgrading my skill tree.
I watched it in front of my face.
Now, let's go hunt.
Collapse.
Yes, into the fray.
Oh, yes, I was gonna go do something really quick and then I got distracted. I'll be back.
I'm trying to do things.
Okay,
I really do want to challenge myself with the Batman transition.
Reinforcements on the other side, so find some cover and ambush them.
I think I more or less have an idea how
here they come
as well.
Enter the base and pop a Viper drive into the security console. Then I will hack in and locate the laser control room.
Okay, he's just a lot more than I thought he would.
Real
Ooh,
good.
I see a purple.
Prevail.
Ooh. Incendiary and radiation. Yeah, I'm alright. Use this for now. Oh, it's one of these weird ones.
Ooh, I like these guys. Look what mine does.
What, the elemental shock?
No, it's an elemental SMG pistol that has corrosive and shock. This will be very useful. And I look like I'm from Star Trek.
We'll be in and out so fast.
Also,
I
we-
don't know what hit him.
For some reason, that prompted you to do an evil laugh. Star Trek prompted you to do an evil laugh.
Yeah, I'm from the Klingon Empire. Hawk and Thaw. Ha Where's your
Now call the
warblade?
elevator. It'll take you right down to the laser.
God! Wow, okay, I didn't know my one was that terrible, Jesus Christ.
Harbor drive.
I really know how to
Trade.
boom.
Yeah. I have something for you, and I was wondering how this system works.
I'm in. Bypassing security protocols now. I said now. Now.
I was looking
Now,
for...
you stupid.
Hang on.
Oh no. Reese, is that you? Welcome. So once we make your unconditional surrender nice and official, you and I are gonna partay on the Zanara. That's my pleasure, yacht.
Go,
Security, kill the Vault Hunter.
By dueling, you smack, you hit someone.
That's another,
And you hit with Viscerate in 2 seconds.
challenge.
I've never done a trade. I'm surprised I didn't.
No, I think what she means is an in-game,
Oh,
an in-game thing.
okay, something killed my mech.
Yeah, one of it's this flying guy.
Oh, he's dead.
Don't worry, don't worry guys, I'll
Let it burn. Let it shrivel up and
No, that's not the song. Let it die, let it die. Let it shrivel up and die.
no one ammo.
Fancy
Fancy
I
that.
don't remember what year it came out. But it was the animation, that was...
The minions.
It was alright.
Reese, why are there Vault Hunters here?
It came out in 2012.
Tell me you weren't trying to take
Hey,
out my laser.
thank
It's
you,
my favorite
thank you,
laser,
manager man.
Reese.
Very long time. I just
hey.
don't have a memory of them.
Yeah, see the whole laser thing. Well, it's just making it hard for my employees to work down here. It's really starting to get morale.
Okay, what I'm thinking is when we finish this mission, that's when you'll be ending.
People who matter, the executives.
So it's not exactly the end of the world if we
You're
do
ruining it by trying to defend yourself. Security.
So I think with
Kill
Man.
the freaking
Oh, no.
Vault Hunter!
Not again.
No.
I can fix this!
Barrier. Dealing with big guy over here. I don't know about it.
My dog was dying.
There we go, I got him. All I need to do is force out all the liable.
Don't kill me.
You killed me. Good.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Damn it! lock down the elevator.
There's like a lot of tracker weapons. I'm not a fan.
Oh, hell yeah. Some spy stuff. Head through those ventilation
Like,
ducts.
I know they probably are decent,
They lead
but
straight into the maintenance area.
Also, wait a minute. Vents.
Don't you even think about
Now. Now I have to tease it. I have to tease it.
What's that? Oh, look. On the TV.
There you go. You need to sell some of this random useless stuff.
The Lyra Hawk got plucked. They really do like rubbing it into Lilith's face.
Yeah. Welcome to Borderlands 3. We like to say, fuck the old character.
Alright, head through maintenance. I might have found ways
I
to
like
laser
to
control
hey,
room.
say, hey,
Ryes.
hey,
I know your stupid vault hunters are skulking about.
Who's a content creator?
Better sign those
This is
surrender
our
papers, buddy.
interpretation.
Otherwise...
This is our interpretation of content creators.
No, that was my favorite bagel place! Kanagawa, you monster!
Some people, so yeah.
Booyah! And
If
that's
I get
only
one
half
joke out
hour.
of you, Mike, I
If you
swear.
don't surrender soon, Ryes, I'm gonna slice you in half.
I'm not yet. That's pretty sus.
Stupid Kanagawa. I totally could have held him
Mike?
off.
There's
He's gonna kick me from the corner.
Those
I already
cultists
know
have been
he's gonna
working
kick me
themselves
from
to
the
death.
corner.
I can't compete with free labor.
Come, no, Mike, come back here.
Mike,
No.
run.
Come back here.
Mike, let's run.
What? Actually, hold on. What is this little?
I guess we go.
Mike, get back here.
No.
I mean it.
Hold on. Oh, what?
Monkey.
I don't hunt him down.
Ooh.
I just fell into a ditch. Great.
Karma's a bitch.
Someone else just fell into a ditch too.
Nah, I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose.
Anyone up for some
For the
vengeance?
content.
I just looked over because this stream and it's just like,
For the content.
There.
Fine
I challenge you
by
to a
me.
duel.
ooh.
I'm just opening fucking boxes.
And you made a flippin' Among Us joke. You deserve this.
Fight you too.
If you want to get hurt, sure.
How the heck do I initiate
think you're ready.
this? Oh, that. Wow. Wow, big man has to use his big mech.
You're using your big drones.
It's a... Yes, but you literally have basically mobile artillery that makes you invincible.
Well, you made an Among Us joke, so there you go. Moving on.
Wow. Gee, I wonder why I lost, mister. I have to use the invincibility crutch. I'm sorry, but that's true.
Jay,
I always thought Iron Bear had frosted rockets.
Like, yeah, my things are on like 5-second timer.
Yeah, mine has to be
Mine
10
are on
minutes.
Yeah, damn, that's fair. 5 seconds, 10 minutes of invincibility.
No, I mean 10
Jesus,
minutes every
wow.
10 minutes on cooldown.
I didn't say cooldown, I said use.
I think the mech might give you invisibility.
What are you an
Gee, I wonder.
doing? Kill the vault.
Gee, I wonder if all those shots that I used on him did zero damage because invincibility meant.
Well, that's what you get for making an Among Us
You'll
joke.
learn a place right next to me when we open the Great Vault.
God, wow. I love how you hate me whenever I'm in contact. Jesus Christ, wow. The miracle I have actually destroyed. My man. I don't get that much of a benefit from this fucking barrier compared to your invincible fucking neck. Like, at least if you're gonna do it, like, you actually have honor with it.
Exactly, at least we've got a trophy.
fight. Oh wow, you managed to go through just because you had to use your neck. I'm not letting this go because, my man, if you fight me in a duel, fight me fair. I only pulled that out because I saw you starting that mech.
I still haven't received those surrender papers.
Because it's you.
What should I target
You're
next?
gonna use that mech every time. Every time you spoke to me.
No, not lazy.
Every time you spoke to me about this game, it's like, oh, the mech is...
Lazy Riverland.
Laser firing in 3 bananas.
Why
so...
do you think I didn't pick
1 banana.
a character?
So yeah, Lazy Riverland is going back.
Damn it! Don't worry, Reese. We've got an anti-grav infinity lazy river on the Zenobia. Price of admission?
My drone.
Ah! We've gotta find a way to disable that laser! Have some money. Now why not spend it?
Yeah.
They really don't call you a crow for nothing, do they?
Sorry.
Honestly, you're just there going, ooh, shiny.
Oh, idea!
Question, did you ever watch the Shiny Show on
thruster.
CDs when you were
Might buy us some
little?
time. I will never
That does
forgive
not ring a bell
Katagawa for
when you
destroying
say
Lazy
that.
Riverland.
There actually was a show
I used
called
to
The
take my
Shiny Show. It
team
was
there
like a
to
little
unwind.
puppets, but
And now,
it was like a
I'm
game show
wound
sort of thing.
And all out of bagels!
Actually, I don't remember that at all, but I remember the something like that. Like the just everyday things with eyes on them.
Yeah.
Booyah!
Oakley's was the
Thrusters.
bomb.
That sounded
It's
better
so
in my
cute.
head. Disregard. But look,
Thing is,
it's working.
Something I didn't manage to tell you when I was in college. I met
What
the
the
guy
hell
who
is
made
happening?
them.
I was just about to give Atlas
And
HQ a
even-
mohawk.
Yeah,
Get those
and he
thrusters
even brought
up
in
and
his
running now.
BAFTA award
Hell
for
yeah.
like the show
Now
one.
clear out those
And I got
cultists
to
and keep
hold
going.
it.
Back
I'm
entrance
so
to the
glad
facility
you
is
watched
just up
it.
ahead.
That's very sweet.
Like that is something I'm going to treasure. I held an official BAFTA in my hand.
That chute is your ticket in. All you gotta do
Sure,
is
I'm never
find the
gonna
release
win one,
lever.
I die.
Not so fast, Vault Thief. Got some
I mean, it's not my
fans who love to
interest,
eat
so
ya.
yeah.
Believe me, it'd be a whole other thing if I ever win a BAFTA. There is a BAFTA category for animation.
Yeah, otherwise,
You really like to hold grudges, don't you?
Man, you literally used a crutch that made you invincible in a fight. My man.
Jewel!
So,
Next time you need to have ranged combat.
then again, I already know communication at the end of the time low.
Okay, tell
I've had experience. So I made a joke. Jay wanted to mutually decide, hey, if you make this one joke about Mungus, I'm going to charge you to the duel and rely on the invincible mech. Like come on. And he pulled...
Did you shit on him?
He literally called me out for using my abilities when he has his invincibility mech.
Jay!
He used an Among Us
My
joke.
man has no honor though in a duel.
Jay! 3 of the 5 people in this Discord have made Among Us joke. Me, Mike, and Volcano.
Alright. I'm gonna make everyone shut up by doing this. A rematch.
I got a
and I
little bit
promise I
too
will
busy
use the
talking to my mother.
I'm gonna let you live.
No, I want to see a rematch. No abilities, just gunpowder.
Okay? And then you can shut up.
We've got this bit to finish.
Just weapons, no abilities. Just guns and grenades and whatever you have on you. If you can hold it in your hand, you can have it.
Are we in an agreement, Mike?
Should we do this as our ending game?
Oh, that'd be great.
Wow.
Ending.
So, I figured out how to hack Kanagawa's laser, and the control room is just up ahead.
Yes. I need to run advert. There you go. I'm running the advert anyway.
Go ahead and run it.
Oh no. I mean, yeah, watch out!
Nah, don't worry about it.
Field promotion. Hell yeah.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Tori's
The dog
here.
is now-
Tori's
The
here.
best abilities the dog can get. The dog is overpowered.
The dog can now literally fight the planet and swing it around like a weapon.
I love it when it changes and you can make the dog big.
Yes.
Oh,
I
fucking,
keep missing the explosion. So...
I wouldn't worry about the explosion part. It's good, but it's not.
Tori is here.
Finishing soon. We've got a little bit first. We've got like a mission to finish.
At least we can talk with Tori when we're done, so no worries.
Yeah.
Hi, Tori!
No worries.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
My man witch.
Yeah, ad is finished.
We now have an equal amount of queers to straights.
6 viewers, that's nice to see.
I'm picky. I don't think someone heard what was said.
Hey, Vault Hunter. Viper Drive. State-of-the-art garbage.
There's now an equal amount of trans people to cis people in this chat. It's great. Order has been restored to the universe.
You make it sound like I'm in control of Chaos Realm.
Remote control one of those.
Hi, Meg.
Perfectly balanced as well as
Meg, my beloved!
Hey.
Hi, Meg! I love you!
So once we finish, there will be a duel.
Be a duel for honor.
And mainly for someone to shut up because he's still not over me because we're trying to show me how to disable him.
Right, my man, you are the one who's bringing this up. You are the one who's bringing this up. I don't.
We're fighting you yet.
You are purposely bringing this up every time just to be like, yeah, no, you're the one. I'm not fucking French, I hate it.
I feel like this is a small banter. Like small odd banter. I don't know why.
It's always banter. Tori, don't you know?
Exactly.
It's always banter, they're English. They can't do anything else.
Okay, call me out, alright?
It's a bit of banter, innit? It's a bit of banter, innit?
I'm sorry, it's just funny. It was said, but that's so funny.
Sorry.
Just a bit of banter, man.
No, it's supposed to make fun of our accents. That's very different.
Sorry, we need clips.
Yes, we deserve it.
I think it is my right as an Irish person to make fun of these.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just baffled over here, okay? I don't know how to respond to that.
Just screams Reese.
It's alright, mate. It's a hard time to join in. I'd like to bring up a biscuit on the topic of English people.
Jammy Dodgers?
Pink Panther wafers.
Yes.
Yes.
Pink wafer biscuits.
Tori will have.
I have an unhealthy relationship with pink wafer biscuits.
I haven't had them in years, but yeah.
My mother went up north to the UK, to Northern, and she got me some pink wafers from Sainsbury's.
Meg forgot they existed.
That's actually
I haven't seen them in
Oh no!
Oh, they all been stored in
Yeah. Oh my god. I love them. Also, they're vegan. They're vegan. A surprise delight that they're vegan.
You guys coming?
They've got to be full of sugar, right? Though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jeez, sorry, Jay. I
would say.
the objectives.
Isn't it?
Hold on, we'll have a look. Let's see how much sugar's in these. So per pink wafer, there are, according to the nutritional information of the pack,
Attention, loyal Malibu
1.9 grams of sugar.
Anyone who brings me a dead Vault Hunter will receive a 2-hour pass to the Zanara. Currently in orbit and featuring a 25
However, in the entire packet, 24.5 grams.
And privacy booths with our service bots. No questions asked.
But there's more fat and carbohydrates in the thing than there is sugar. However, actually I suppose there's 41 calories in one wafer, which is not that bad. Although the entire packet is about half of your daily recommended intake of calories.
Each packet of wafers and
A whole packet, yeah. 20 pink wafers, you're good. 20 pink wafers and a multivitamin tablet. You'll be alright.
Yeah, you don't even need anything else there, do you?
Speaking of which, I have
I'm on iron supplements, let's go!
So am I. Problem is, it's a
Got that anemia.
Yeah, it's a massive bottle of, massive bottle of right? I told the doctor, don't give me this, I won't take it, because that's the kind of issue disorder I have, where my throat closes up, and I won't sleep for the rest of the day. This is a book thing.
Complicated relationships with food. They do fuck you up quite a bit.
Didn't go to me, doesn't you but other people, because it's a really fun, autism related, great.
Good.
Having a complicated relationship with food when it's not connected to an eating disorder, when you're like, is this an eating disorder? And then, every single medical professional is like, no, you just have trauma.
Yeah, medical professionals usually, what's it called? Blame other things.
They're like, no, you're just fucked in the head.
So I was put in hospital. So I was put in hospital for the eating disorder thing, whatever. It's called ARFID, and the NHS webpage was literally a month old. That is how new this is. Doctors go shit. To the degree I had to self-diagnose, and the doctors had to go, yes, we agree, that's what we have. However, because it's autism related, they could not send me to the eating disorder people. They had to send me to the autism team, who have no bloody clue.
Could they not send you to both?
No,
that is usually what the same people
do. Once trained in both.
Could they not send you to both?
I know. They said I had been discharged from eating disorder, and I'm like, I haven't even seen them. How can I be discharged when I haven't even seen them?
Exactly.
You have this problem. Right.
Here's my problem in life is, like, if I know something's demand things of mental health professionals, then I don't care what you think. You're sending me here.
Yeah.
Right. You guys...
I'm not leaving without this thing that I need.
How did we get onto this? How did Pink Panther wafers go onto the completely trauma dumping?
Oh no!
Because
ADHD. You could be talking about apples and then 10 minutes later you're talking...
We're talking about what?
I don't know.
Shoot me, okay.
No.
Showtime!
When does this?
I don't know.
When does this end? When? You're at 2 hours 25.
When does this end?
That's a good question.
When does it ever
One of
end?
life's great questions, actually.
When does it ever end? Anything. Life.
Actually, I'll
I mean, here's the thing. Everyone always asks
destroy the
when
servers
does.
and come back out.
They never ask how does it end.
I don't think I wanna
Painlessly,
know.
hopefully.
Well, depending, you are one of the people who actually know how this ends, Kira.
Oh, the game.
I was talking about life, not about the game.
Like, I posed a philosophical question.
Excuse me, I thought we were talking about the dream, not life,
Oh,
not
no,
life.
we were talking about life.
I took philosophy for a year, I know what I'm...
I posed the question. It was DJ. I'm the one who posed the philosophical nonsense.
He's the one who knocks.
I'm the one who knocks.
Ooh, legendary weapon.
Say that again, Kira.
I'm just not in the hype as you guys are in right now.
I'm actually doing good today.
Oh, no,
I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit drunk.
Long day, but...
Have you had
That
anything to
would
drink yet, Kira?
I've had a little bit of alcohol and it's hitting.
And I had coffee, so that would it.
I have a bottle of
Stimulating.
freezer cold Oasis. It's delicious.
And I literally just live in
Neurodivergent.
constant anarchy.
So Kira is on alcohol. I'm on coffee. Jay's on
Looks like
sugar.
Vault Hunters are still scuttling
No,
about.
I'm on
And
sugar.
I
I'm
will
on
point out I
alcohol.
also have had an incredible amount
That's
of
it.
sugar.
Say goodbye to your favorite Frogurt
Yes, but
stand.
not the Pink Panther wafers. You know that it's what's
Well,
my fault.
I've had Pink Panther wafers, I've been eating icing out of a tub with a spoon, and I've also had
That will do it.
2 Belgian waffles with chocolate on them.
Pardon me.
Kira is on
So I'm at that point in my life where I'm just gonna I'm gonna eat anything. And give a fuck about it later.
And I do myself.
That is literally... That is literally what doctors orders are for me. I'm not kidding you. Eat anything we don't
Well, see,
get.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I started smoking, and nicotine changes your metabolism.
Oh
No. I would deal with that while you still have the chance. I'm not kidding.
no. Oh no.
Well, see,
It's-
I no
it's
longer
literally
smoke
just-
cigarettes. Now I vape, which is a different problem entirely, which I'm trying to
Oh,
give
no.
up, but it's hard.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, but oh man.
So-
no.
You know,
That's it.
listen, of all things to have a problem with, I will say I'm glad it's that and it's not the alcohol, because that runs
I
the
guess
family.
it's more effective, isn't it?
Yeah,
Your CEO does.
I
Bring those
guess.
cans are garbage with the trigger. Right?
To be honest, the alcohol has taken more lives in my family than anything else, so...
Wait, let's wait,
Storm the
never
control room,
mind.
take
Come
the
on.
whole key fragment, and shut down the
Yes,
laser.
we're going.
Cool? Cool.
I mean, everyone was here apparently.
So yeah, next
Also,
boss.
that new Mitski song.
I would say I would pray for you, but I don't know whether you'd appreciate that.
Well, light a candle for me, I will appreciate that one.
Okay, sure.
Tell you what, I'll play some.
Yes. Doesn't matter whether you're religious or not, if you light a candle...
I think it's the same thing.
Does it count if it's a wax burn?
No, I'm talking about lighting a candle at church.
Oh, I'm not Catholic, so you have to deal with whatever the evangelical.
That's the thing.
They're in the laser control room. Destroy
Yes.
them
See, when it's a tradition
I'm good.
in the
Oh, damn,
country
yeah.
of Ireland that you have to worry about when it's exam season. If your nanny doesn't light a candle for you, you're fucked. Doesn't matter if you studied or not. If your grandmother has, if somebody in your family has candle for you at church, you're fucked. Doesn't matter if you believe in God or.
It's literally a death sentence.
It's a weird built-in thing to all the brains because all children in the Republic are raised Catholic. Usually. Typically, an Irish family, they're raised Catholic. Unless you have a half and half family where your dad's a prop and your mother's a Cathy.
You better believe it'll be right in the chest. Because that's what pros do.
So somebody, I have a friend whose ma's a Cathy and her dad's a prod. And I went to her christening at the age of 13 because her and her brother got christened into the Catholic church. So her brother could do his confirmation as a Catholic. However, it was a very strange time. I also found out that my auntie is best friends with their cousin. Which is not, not to kind of increase the stereotype of all Irish people know each other, but my aunt is best mates with my friend's cousin, who is related to this cousin by her great aunt, who I've known about my whole life through my auntie and her best friend, and then going to my friend's christening, then meeting this great auntie and her going, "What is your last name?" and then telling her my last name. "Are you related to so-and-so?" And me saying yes, and she goes, "Oh my god, I know your family."
I have the same thing of I made a family friend with a different family, my son, and their daughter goes to school with my cousin.
I tried to make
you can't go anywhere.
True, I killed a lot of your employees. Like, a lot.
I mean, sometimes even...
I can't hear.
Like, there's sometimes even in Ireland, there'll be family friends that you know so well that as a child, you'll think you're related to.
Do not do this, Reese.
Sorry, am I really loud? Am I really loud?
You're that loud, you're drowning out Crowy and Tori's voices.
Sorry, I'm just laughing.
Is that better? I've turned my microphone down a bit. Is that alright? Is that better?
I can hear them a bit better now, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just an English person.
Okay.
Firing sequence immediately. Security.
I don't know what it is, right? But if you've got a Catholic family, if you've got a Catholic family, if your family was raised Catholic, you've just... There's like a template.
Eat my big ball.
You're gonna meet somebody who knows somebody in your family, because you're from the same city, basically. Especially when you live...
Come on! I mean, what's a little destruction of personal
my friend,
property between corporate takeover
I met her when I was 13. We went to the same secondary school. And her cousin was another one of the girls in our friend group. Right? So there's two cousins going to the same school. Finding out that both of them are related to my auntie's best friend.
Gotta go a ball. Round, hate you.
Here we go.
And then meeting the mother of my auntie's best friend, and her going, "What's your last name?" And then telling her my last name and going, "Oh my god, my daughter is best friends with your auntie." And I'm going, "No way, you're not one of them," because it's a very Irish thing to go and hear somebody's last name. So like, in this case, their last name is Sloan. You're not one of them, Sloan, are you? And then them going, "Actually, I am."
Ow, that hurt.
Look, in the meantime, for me at my school was like, are you related to this person? No or not? Look, this will just come to people at my school.
Could I get revived?
Well, here's the thing. My last name is Leslie. And being a lesbian in an all-girls school, and having the last name Leslie. And it's a very Irish tradition to call you by your last name. Forget your first name, it's not your name anymore. You're being called by your last name. So it was Leslie the Lesbo. Affectionately, now mind you. It wasn't a hate crime, thank God, but it was kind of like a, there's Leslie the Lesbo.
You're welcome, bye.
Or just Leslie. Because while my last name is my last name, it's also a first name.
Let's just take a moment to remember the
Yeah,
fallen.
so we have a habit, I think, in like kind of English tradition, to put both your first and last name together.
That's the second piece of the vault key. Bring
Or
it to
come
me
up
aboard
with the most
Sanctuary.
randomest of nickname based on just some bizarre event that happened.
Okay, before we do anything else.
So, well, there was a girl
It's
in my
time.
school. Her first name was
Right.
Hannah,
Based on what?
and her last name was Samways. We all called her Ham Sandwich.
I'm just stopping back up very quick.
Ham
Hold
Sandwich.
on, let's go down there actually. Let's go down here, a bit more open.
Uncle has like a similar first letter to his first name, and of course with his last name. So his nickname is the exact same as my nickname. Of course not Chloe, because that's a whole different story. But he has the same nickname. So all of his workmates call his nickname, and all of school call me my nickname, and it's like, wow.
Mike,
Small world.
ready?
Where
Like,
are you?
people I know from school who I see, like I've been out of secondary school
Wouldn't recommend.
Right.
for 2 years
It's time
now.
for this duel. Everyone be
So if I
quiet.
see those people,
Win a prize.
oh sorry, I'll finish this conversation afterward. The girls are fighting.
The girls
The
are.
Oh, yeah, I can't
girls
use the
being
mech, yeah.
Mike and Jay are fighting.
I threw that away in bullets.
Ole, ole, ole.
I can't.
Winner! Mike.
Who won? Who's
Nice.
I won.
You don't have to sound so smug about it.
Here's my boy.
Mike, I know it's not your name, but I have the overwhelming urge to call you Michael.
I mean, if that's how you want to do it.
I'm just letting you know if I ever do it.
Funny, I want to call him Nicky.
It's not the brain activating, it's the instinct.
Okay, for Kira it'll be Michael, for us it's Mickey. English.
Oh, we do that one. Well, we do Mick as well. If somebody's
Yeah.
name is Michael, you call them Mick. Not Mickey, because that means penis.
Mikey.
Oh no!
Mikey.
I'm thinking Mickey Mouse.
Wait, oh man, that's me.
Yes, are English. This is one of yours.
Is,
Mickey means cock.
I was like taking the Mickey out. I didn't know that's. Oh, of course he does. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm an idiot.
Taking the Mickey out of somebody means taking the piss, which is a whole another slang term.
Oh my god, I almost.
But Mickey is slang for penis.
Oh dear.
Mickey the Penguin.
No.
Dick. It's basically like calling somebody Richard.
Oh, the classic one. The whole Richard.
You know.
is-
Oh, that's it now. Mike's the Richard Hammond of this group.
No,
Oh
I
Jesus!
am.
Wait,
Wow.
Richard Hammond. He's the small one.
Okay.
Yes.
And then Jeremy Clark.
Okay.
Nobody likes him. And then the other one, I can't remember his name.
James May.
James May.
Yeah, you know,
James May is me. I'm the same
Jeez.
I'm gonna say this
Spoiler.
right now. I'm gonna say Jeremy Clarkson. He's the worst one out of the lot of them. James May and Richard Hammond. Love them. They're great fellas. Jeremy Clarkson though, I hate that man. I hate that man.
Conversing about more people that
Talk to me on the
we
bridge.
possibly know. I would like to point out I don't
No, this is
know
just British
any
pop culture.
You don't
This
know.
is British pop culture, love.
You don't know about Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May.
Oh, Tori, hold on. This is British pop culture, right? So there's a television show called Top Gear.
Technically, it's a grand tour now, but never mind.
Anyways, it used to be a television show. There's a television show. It's called Top Gear, and it's about 3 men kind of overanalyzing cars. And the 3 men on that show are Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond. Those are the 3 hosts of the show. Jeremy Clarkson, however, is a horrible conservative with terrible opinions, and the other 2 are just there to be silly, funny, goofy guys. Right? That's the dynamic of the television show.
And
One
when-
of them's horrible, and the other 2 are just stupid.
And when she
basically.
says
last
stupid,
act
it means she
insane.
James May turned a hearse into an ambulance.
Yes.
Oh, and Richard
Also,
Hammond always
this is
ends up
also
dead
these
every other episode.
these three men. I don't like Jeremy Clarkson. However, the episode, I don't know if it's from one of their Grand Tours or if it's from an episode of Top Gear.
Which one?
Where they take a catapult and they launch a car with a catapult. It's Richard Hammond's car, and they launch it with a catapult and topple some poor farmer's shack with it. And then both of them look at each other and go, "Oh fuck," and then scatter like the rats in Ratatouille.
Morale is soaring.
It's very funny. I'll find it somewhere and I'll send it to the Discord.
What the French fuck was that?
I have the third key bracket here in Atlas Engineers.
I have no idea.
You've been
But
keeping
you
up
leveled
with us the
up.
whole time?
Poor touring and struggling in American.
I mean, to be fair,
Wait, what?
like there's a lot of overlap between Irish and British pop culture, right? Because we share a lot of the same television programs. Because, you know, in Ireland we have what, like our version of the BBC is called RTE, and there are 2 Irish television channels and the rest of them are international.
Hey Mike.
Right?
Mike.
There's RTE, which is the Radio Telefíséireann, which means Radio Television Ireland. And then there's TG Cahir, which is the television channel, which all of the television programs are in Irish.
Later, badass.
And those are the 2 TV channels that belong to us as a country. Everything else is ITV, the BBC, Sky.
It's like a tiny
everything. Like those are the options pretty much. It's ITV, BBC, Sky, Channel 4. Everything else is English or American. We've 2 channels to claim for our own. Because we're a small country with not a great government who's not great at spending money.
Almost.
So we've all just kind of cope with that.
I prefer
and
the
TG Cahir is mainly used, it's a Friday in primary school. And you're not really doing much work, so the teacher decides, right, instead of having an Irish lesson, we're just going to watch television in Irish with English subtitles.
Yeah, like, which one channel you understand and the other one, well.
I miss my wife.
One is literally just like we have our own
playing sound using blurb channel plays. I've never known blurb
I miss my wife, Tails.
I've never known blurb
I miss her a lot.
I've never known blurb to show up. Well, if someone is on the other end of that and not a bot, well, as you can see, our channel's using your services a lot well.
Don't get me talking. Don't get me. I'm gonna stop now, because if you get me started talking about my fucking country, I'll never stop.
Hey, Croy, look what these guns do.
Where are you? Hang
on. Look over at Moxie's.
Yeah, okay, hi. Oh, that's gonna make everything. That's going to be of absolutely zero use.
And then,
also, we're going to make everything
yeah, I do believe this is where we'll finish up, because we just finished a good boss there, so we won't finish up.
Sometimes a side chick isn't even a side chick, it's the glorious nation of Ireland.
For God's sake, Meg.
I saw that tweet and that TikTok.
Sorry, I realised we clearly just inflate Kira's sense of that.
I am a nationalist in the idea of I love my culture and what it represents for my country. However, I don't love my country politically.
It's like Sub-Zero with Link Way.
I mean, we don't like hours right of
I can't focus.
Right, so yeah, we're gonna finish off here. So obviously we've just well, I would make a sum up of the story, but I think we were just messing around that much. I think we lost track. We met up with someone we like, Maya. We've met up with someone we don't like, Ava. And we met...
Yeah, we met up with a random guy, Ryes.
Exactly. That's the best way to sum it up.
We met up with him a few
Ryes
episodes ago, but yeah.
Research buff. Right, okay, so... Should we go for a raid? Should we actually see if we can make a raid work? We've got 7 viewers.
God, this thing flies forever. I love it.
Let me see.
Mike, I got the Devilman shotgun.
Oh, nice.
Any recommendations for raids?
Wish I could keep you down there, but I had to keep up with Ava's training.
Should we raid Shenpai? She's streaming Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh,
Is Shen streaming right now?
Yeah,
oh,
right now.
Right, so Shen, I don't know if, so I don't know if you know this, but Shen, she's continuing her, oh my god, what is the feckin'
Blind playthrough.
Webcomic. She's continuing her webcomic called Birdhaven, which features her OC and her baby boy son, Voxer.
Right, let's raid now.
It is the character she uses in everything. So she is playing as Voxer
and
in her playthrough of
I'll see
Baldur's
everyone
Gate
on
3.
Wednesday stream. Yeah.
I'm